Objection!
Hang on. I had to turn the theme music off. Moon, you are so sweet. Thank you so much for subscribing. You're fantastic. Thank you. And you also already got me such a lovely gift when you got me the jacket. So thank you so much for being such a kind and supportive friend, you chaotic fiend. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. So big mwah to you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Aw, much appreciated, Moon. So thank you. That all being said, welcome to the epic Grezy birthday marathon extravaganza. And all we're doing is playing Phoenix Wright because I have been wanting to do this for so long. I have been wanting to marathon the final case in this game. It is very long. Thank you. To you too, Moon. Oh, thank you, Ekin. Thank you. Thank you for the merry birthday, miss. Thank you very much. But yes, I was looking at this last night, and supposedly, if the numbers are correct, this case is supposed to be 12 hours long. And I looked at Ashes, and Ashes is supposed to be 7 hours long. It took me 14 hours to do Ashes. So double the time. So my God, if it takes double the time to finish this one, it could very well turn out to be a full 24-hour stream. So I'm not entirely sure how we're going to deal with that. I mentioned on Twitter that if I do have to break it up into 2 parts, I will. If I get really exhausted and I just need to stop, we will finish it up on a different day, like Monday in the afternoon or something like that. But either way, my plan is to finish it in one go. We're taking a big break for dinner because Ergo and I are going to go out for dinner, and then we're going to come back and we're going to continue where we left off. So there will be one break where I won't be here at all, but that is the only time. And then, oh, Rainy, thank you so much. Yeah, right, a 12-hour case, potentially 24. So yeah, it's definitely something, and I really appreciate you. Thank you for saying that. My initial thought sounds pretty reasonable, so I really appreciate that. Thank you. And thank you so much for the lovely art that you made me, and I saw when the clock turned midnight, this morning. So thank you so much for such a kind and lovely gift. Hey, Ergo, you're in the room. Could you shout out both Moon and Rainy for me?
Yeah.
Thank you. Ergo, say hi.
Hi.
Yay! That's Ergo. And actually, before we start, because I do want to try to get to this as quickly as I can so that obviously the potentially 24-hour case doesn't have to take 24 hours. But I told Ergo that I thought it would be fun if I opened his gift on stream. So I thought that would be fun. So we're going to do that in just a second. Aw, and thank you. Thank you, bro. You are fantastic. All of you are. I am so grateful and so glad to have met all of you guys through this. You're all so kind and so sweet. And, you know, just it's every day is a fun day when I get to hang out with you guys. So whether it's on stream or off stream, it's a pleasure.
I think your bot is still broken.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because it was doing that to me, too. So I wondered, okay, then that's what it is. Well, here, what it is that I'm not signed in. Hang on.
Well, that wouldn't...
Well, because it says 0 right here instead of infinite channel points, so I'm not signed in.
That wouldn't affect the bot.
Oh, it wouldn't? Oh. Well, dang. Okay. Well, either way,
Wait, I think
we can try, though, right? Like, let's see if
might
we...
just not be logged into it.
Let's see if we can double check that real quick. Oh, it's logged into you. Well, let's change that, shall we? Do we need a code? Do we need a code?
No.
New?
Join channel. Sure that you're modded Nightbot, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do the thing.
I think we're good.
Yay! Okay, let's see if that helps.
Your mom is broken.
Your mom is still broken instead of bot. No, my mom is pretty great, so nah. Just her knee is currently not doing the best right now. Yay! Thank you, Nightbot. Woo, 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 woo. But I appreciate that. And also, speaking of my mom's knee, they're going to be helping her with that. So, yay! Science! So, yay, science! Yay, mom's knees! And yay, Nightbot! And yay to all of you! Thank you for helping to fix that, Ergo. I didn't even consider that Nightbot might not have even been on. So, that'll answer that one. But here, let's go ahead and open your gift.
Oh.
Let's do it.
Oh, my gift? You got a gift for me?
Well, you got your gift for you, I guess.
Okay, here you go. It's in a...
Oh, it's in a brown bag. I love that. Let's look at it. Okay, let me read the address out loud. No, I'm kidding. Ooh, there's more than one thing in here.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I know what this is. Is this? It is! Yay! So, okay, I know you guys don't see this, but Ergo got a thing for his car, and it's called the Shine Matix. And it's one of those where it's like it's not like the big, like full accordion looking things. You know, I don't know how to call those, like the sun shields that look like accordions. Yeah. Because I've used to exclusively use those, and they would always like melt, like not melt, but they would sag over time because of, I guess, the heat. You know, it's just disgusting out here. So I saw these things that were like, I don't even know how to explain them. They're like discs almost, and they like unfurl and you put them up on the thing. So like, I feel like this would be better. Like they're not going to sag. It's going to stay good. So yay, this will help me from melting. Yay. Thank you, Ergo. I've also been complaining to him because he got one and I've been saying that, oh, I need one of those. And he bought one for himself. And I looked at him and I was like, rude. You didn't think about me when you got that too? Rude. Oh, this, I know what this is. It's a manga. Yay! It's Yu Yu Hakusho number 11. Woo! Thank you, Ergo.
You're welcome.
Mwah, mwah. Here, I'll let you put that over on the shelf with my books because it's behind you.
And, well...
Oh, is there another one in there? Oh, there's another one. Yay, and 10! I forgot I didn't have 10. Thank you, Ergo. I love Yu Yu Hakusho. It's my favorite anime of all time. And I never owned all the mangas. And then, of course, when I went, oh, I should buy the mangas, they stopped having them. They stopped printing them. And I was like, no! But Amazon started putting the prints back up, so I've been trying to buy them slowly. So I'm really happy about that. Because the reason I never bought the mangas before was because I used to have a subscription to Shonen Jump magazine. And I would just read the chapters from the Shonen Jump magazine. So I didn't really care. I didn't matter. It was like, oh, this is fine, whatever. And then Ergo and all my friends were like, do you really need to keep all these Shonen Jump magazines? Because I had like 1 million of them. And I was like, I guess I don't. I don't really reread a lot of these. So I ended up giving them away when I moved once. And I only slightly regret that. But I'm glad that I'm reading the mangas now. Thank you, Ergo. Oh, you were reading it? Mm-hmm. Read it, read it, read it. So thank you very much for the lovely gifts, Ergo. Hang on, I'm going to be cringe. Gonna go give you a little smooch. Mwah, thank you. All right, cringe fest over. Yes, I think it's going to be a fun way to read the series again. I love it. And there's only very slight differences with the manga versus the anime, more towards the end and the very beginning of it. Because the manga shows Yusuke's time as a ghost more than the anime did. So, yeah, there were only very slight differences. Otherwise, the anime was very faithful. And I've never read via the magazines. Yeah, the Shonen Jump magazine was really fun. I liked it because like you would have all these chapters. You know, you would have all the popular anime at the time, and you would have all the like various chapters in there. And it was just it was kind of cool. I read a lot of the One Piece stuff with that too. One Piece is 1 million years long, so eventually I'll go and look at that again. We stopped off at the Arlong. No, not Arlong. We stopped at the Alabasta arc, didn't we, Ergo? Yeah. So I know that I said we should just restart it because it's been years since we stopped watching the Alabasta.
We were like 100 episodes in.
We were. And so like I'm like, oh yeah, you're right. We probably shouldn't. We should just go back.
We can go back like a few episodes maybe.
Maybe. But either way, I know that we watched Usopp fight. He was like, no, I'm a coward, but I can do it. And he was like all broken and like battered, and it was like, Usopp, oh god. So I do remember we got there. And then that's a fun arc to dive deeper into. Yeah, you're talking about the Alabasta arc? It is. It's a really cool arc. I like that one. But yes, and the Yu Yu Hakusho collection does indeed grow rain. Thank you so much for the kind comments through the last birthday gift opening. So I saved Ergo's gifts for last because he's great. And also my brother called earlier before the stream, and I opened the gift while I was talking to him, and he got me Tears of the Kingdom, so perhaps we stream that eventually, or I might just be too busy playing it off stream. We'll find out. And then my husband's aunt and uncle, they got me a Hiei figure that I had on my wish list. So yay! My weeb collection grows. That's right, new kingdom to explore. So exciting! Oh, we were talking about the bit about Yusuke as the ghost. Oh, gotcha. I've always said that the anime could make an OVA of Yusuke's time as a ghost. I've even written it in my head. Botan could be narrating it. They all could be hanging out, and they get into mentioning about Yusuke's time as a ghost, and they're like, oh, I never heard about that, Urameshi. And then be like, oh, a funny story. Yusuke did a lot of weird stuff. And he'd be like, no, it's embarrassing. And then, like, it would get into talking about that, and they'd interrupt every once in a while. I think it'd be fun as all get out. So who knows? Might have to write a fanfic of that sometime. Who knows? Anyway. Thank you, Moon. You're so sweet. But yes, like I said before, I can't get too distracted. I already am getting distracted. Because if this case really is going to take me 24 hours to do, we want to try to do that as quickly as we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, Moon. Let's do it. And like I said earlier, we'll be taking one big break for eating dinner, because I'm going out to get dinner with Ergo. But as soon as we come back, we'll just pick up where we left off, so no stress there. Oh, thank you, Rain. Of course. I'm happy to share the reveal with you guys. I wasn't sure if it would be something anyone would want to hear, but I was like, oh, why not? I'm going to be streaming. I haven't opened Ergo's gift yet. let's do it on stream. So heck yeah, share the love, right? And yes, thank you for the luck with this last case, because this last case is a doozy. Oh, it's not making noise. Did the noise turn off again? Oy. This thing. Hang on, this was doing this a lot yesterday.
Or is it the head? Hold on.
Hang on, it is the headphone thing, because I did have to keep doing what you did last time. Wait, how do I do it? Oh, wrong thing.
Oh.
Yeah. Audio input capture. And then... Wait, wrong thing. Yeah, there you go. Let me try now. Whoops. Nope, I don't hear any noise.
Hold on.
Here, you go for it, Ergo, you try. Man,
okay,
we're in for a long one if this keeps happening during the stream, because this happened twice during the stream yesterday. Or no, 3 times at least. I believe in you, Ergo.
We might have to reset the capture thing.
Yeah. And Rain said the game
now?
said... Oh, now it's playing outside of it, though, yeah. And then Rain is saying, the game said, I know you said no more distractions, but what if I scuff? Oh, yeah, still doing that.
How about one more time?
Well, here, yeah, you might have to do the on and off again. Because that's what we had to do a lot yesterday, is just keep turning it on and off.
Yeah, because it gets...
Oh, yeah, it's on now. It's on. I hear it. Woo! Because, yeah, even if I slightly, like, am too energetic, then it's like, unplug, and it's like, no! So, we'll start the counter. That happened once. Let's see if it happens again. Okay. But let us begin, shall we? Oh, I saved. Oh well, we started with a good save. Oh no. Oh gosh, this word again. Shishishito, the treasured Karain village heirloom, whose name means 7-branched sword. It is said that this sacred sword represents life itself. Though the branches may appear to be infinite, the choice is limitless. Like our destinies, the sword comes to but one end, one merciless point. And when the silver cord, the fragile thread that binds us to this world, is severed, the illusion is revealed, and the implacability, of fate is revealed. Grezy can't read long words sometimes. Oh, but what an opening. What an opening. I love this case. It's so crazy good. Oh, it is so emotional. Let's go.
Hey, Nick!
Yeah, what is it?
You know how I've got spiritual powers, unlike you?
Sure. You're a spirit medium after all.
But just like you, if I don't keep my powers sharp, they get dull, right?
I guess so, yeah.
Glad you agree. Okay, Pearly, you're up.
Pearls?
So, that's why we need to go on a special spiritual hotspot tour, Mr. Nick.
Huh? I'm lost. What's this magazine you're shoving in my face?
It's the New Year's issue of Old Coats Winter Spiritual Location Special.
Oh, Pearls looks so happy.
Maximize your spiritual powers with just one night of intensive training. Oh, it sounds too good to be true.
I'll say. It sounds more like a scam to me.
It's at a spiritual retreat called Hazakura Temple. It's way up in the mountains, and I bet it's nice and cold, just perfect for training.
Now I definitely don't want to go.
You know, I think I've heard of this temple before. It's a famous channeling dojo. It's hard for even real spirit mediums like us to make reservations up there.
Reservations? For a temple? Are you serious?
Don't worry, I've already made special reservations just for us. Yeah, and I signed up for the special course.
That's nice, and the timing couldn't be better, since we don't have a case right now anyway.
Alrighty then, it's settled. Well, come on, don't just stand there. Start packing your stuff. Yes, Mr. Nick, you'd better start packing your stuff.
Huh? Me? Why do I have to go?
Well, we have to be accompanied by someone over 20 years old.
Hey, I don't have anything to do with spirit power. The only thing I can channel is a TV.
So,
Is there a heated pool at this Hazakura temple?
no, but you can stand under a freezing waterfall.
Sorry, but I think I'll pass. I hate cold places. And then Rainy, you're saying, sorry, I have to get something to eat, but good luck with the start. I'll be lurking. No worries, of course. Lurk as much as you need. Come and go as you need. No stress. And enjoy your lunch, my friend. Hope it is nice and tasty. Thank you for dropping by.
What? No way. How could you be so selfish? Come on, Mr. Nick. Look at this place. Doesn't it look beautiful?
Nope, not going. I'm gonna be nice and toasty at home. What the?
What is it, Mr. Nick?
Let me see that magazine. Oh, doesn't someone look familiar? This nun.
Is she a friend of yours or something, Nick?
This girl. It's...
My name is Dahlia Hawthorne. I just want to say, it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence.
Honestly, how can any woman ever count on you for anything? You disgust me. But it can't be. She was found guilty and should still be in prison.
Mr. Nick?
I'll go.
Huh?
Hazakura Temple. I said I'll go.
Yay! Isn't that great, Pearly? Yay! Oh, thank you, Mr. Nick. You'd do anything for Mystic Maya, right? Even walk over burning coals, right?
Dahlia Hawthorne. I knew there was no way she could possibly be at that temple, but I just had to see for myself who this nun really was.
It's so cold here, Nick.
Maybe you should put on something warmer for a change.
Well, it's supposed to be cold. It's raining.
Her teeth are chattering so loudly, it's all I can do to make out what she's saying.
Wow, Mystic Maya. So this is the famous Hazakura Temple. Burly.
Who's this? Oh, there we go. Well. How nice to see you here. Welcome to our temple.
Thank you.
Oh, my. Thank you for coming all this way. Come now. You must have been cold. What's with the past tense? We're freezing into human popsicles. We're all high up on the mountain after all. In any case, we shouldn't speak here. Please, follow me inside.
Thank you. I was starting to think I would pass.
Oh, yes. I almost forgot to introduce myself. I'm the head nun here at the temple. My name is Bikini.
Bikini?
That's right. Actually, that's my temple name. What do you think? It's a tradition to have one, and I wanted something that has a nice image to it. So I thought, why not choose a bikini? Besides, it makes me seem younger.
It certainly does. Oh, I signed up for your special course.
Well, my, quite brave of you considering how cold it is. Young people can be so reckless with their health. Don't blame me if you become one with those you channel.
Reckless? Wah. Maybe you should take it easy tonight, Mystic Maya. We can come back another day.
And then Maya said something else. Yes, that's right. You've come all this way, so please enjoy yourselves. There's still time before supper, so why don't you have a look around? Examine? You got it. That's what we do best in this game.
What do you think, Nick?
Pretty awesome gate, huh? It sure is. It looks pretty well maintained, too. This thing kinda puts your hometown to shame, Maya.
Yeah, well, a lot of things have happened in Crane Village. We used to be a lot richer back when people hired us to perform channelings.
Oh, I see. But now the place looks a bit run down.
I guess I was just born in the wrong time. Oops.
No clues there. Whee! Oh, we got a big bell.
Ooh, look, it's a cute little bell tower. I absolutely love the sound of a giant bell.
Oh, which do you like better? That or the sound of money?
Sorry, but I'll take money for the win, Nick.
What are you apologizing for? Don't worry, Maya. It's called capitalism. We get it.
Oh, look, it's one of those snow motorcycle things.
Most people call that a snowmobile, you know?
Snow motorcycle thing, snowmobile, same thing. Too bad we didn't invite Desiree. I bet she could race like the wind on the snowmobile. Or maybe she'd give me a ride on this blow snowmobile.
I told you it's a snowmobile. Now I can't say it.
That looks like the main hall where we'll be staying tonight. From here, it looks like one of those from those ice hotels you always hear about.
They gotta have a heater or something in there, don't you think? I don't want to die.
I'm not worried. I brought my hot water bottle.
Did you bring one for me?
What are you talking about, Nick? Who carries around 2 hot water bottles?
Ugh, if the cold doesn't kill me, the Ice Queen over here will finish the job. Yeah, Maya, jeez. Alright, I think that's all we need to see. Alright, I hope my balloons aren't covering anything. Alright, let's talk to Bikini, shall we? So what's a channeling dojo anyway? Oh my, you don't even know that?
Forgive him, sister, for he knows not what he says.
Well, just call me Bikini and forget that sister part. A channeling dojo is basically a spiritual power training ground. We have special holy items prepared here to help people boost their spiritual powers. Holy items? If you train an entire evening surrounded by these items, it's quite mysterious. The spiritual power of these items seem to envelop you. Wow, she must have gotten off the trolley from the land of make-believe.
So what exactly is this?
You must be incredibly devoted to be interested in that at such a young age. It's a training session where you sit in a block of ice, or spirit ice, and chant a spell 30,000 times, all while being showered in freezing cold spirit water. It's February now, right? You have to be careful with this time of year. If you don't watch it, you'll catch pneumonia, or maybe even die of hypothermia. So be careful, you hear?
How am I supposed to be careful? Oh no, I knew I shouldn't have signed Mystic Maya up for this.
Sister, about this picture. Well, look at that. I must say I look rather divine here, don't you think? Yeah, unforgettable in every way. Oh, you mean it? I knew it! The makeup was pretty tough, but Iris helped me out.
Iris?
The cute little girl in the photo. She looks just like me, doesn't she? We're just a small temple here, so she and I run the entire place.
Really? That sounds kind of...
Sorry to cut in, but this Iris, where is she right now? Oh, just listen to you. You haven't come all the way up here just to find a girlfriend, have you? No, that's not what I had in mind at all. Anyway, Iris is in the inner temple preparing for this evening.
Inner temple?
Yes, that's right. Iris will be back this evening. Why don't you go have a look at the main hall for now? So she's in the inner temple, huh? Guess that's where we gotta go. Or well, first let's go to the suspension bridge. Naturally.
Wow, look at this broken down old bridge, Nick.
Yeah, and look at that big canyon below us.
Hey, there's a river down there. It looks like it's flowing real fast. What's wrong, Nick? You look like you've seen a ghost.
I'm just not very good with heights.
Oh, hey, I've got it. Maybe you should face your fear and try hurling yourself off the edge. 1, 2, 3, jump! It might just be what you need to get over your fear of heights.
Yeah, death is a real good way to overcome phobias, all right. Anyway, it sure looks like a rickety bridge.
Can't argue there. That's probably why it's called Dusty Bridge.
Read it again, Maya. It says Dusky Bridge.
Well, it's practically the same thing.
Dusky, Dusty. Yeah, basically the same. Some letters are engraved into a roughly cut boulder.
D-U-S-T-Y. Bridge.
It says Dusky, Dusky Bridge.
Come on, Nick. Take a look at that bridge and tell me it's not supposed to be dusty. The sign is obviously wrong, and I'm gonna fix it. Now, give me a pencil.
Do I look like a pencil holder to you? Yes.
I can't believe there's a public phone here. Who would ever use it?
The people who live here, I guess. I doubt they have any real phones here.
Yeah, but it took like 20 minutes to walk here from the main hall. It would have been smarter of them to build the main hall here, don't you think?
Maybe you should work on channeling someone who makes logical sense, Maya. There's a narrow path going off in a different direction than that of the main hall.
The sign here is so old, the text seems to have vanished.
The path leads to a wooden staircase that goes down to the bottom of the canyon.
Okay, all right, wooden staircase on it then.
Do you really think that is necessary? You've got to be blind not to see the stairs.
Well, it can't hurt. Just pass me a pencil, okay?
Graffiti is a crime, Maya. Since when is Maya concerned about crime?
Come on, Nick. Why don't we hop across that bridge? It'll be fun.
I'm not so sure. It looks like bunny hopping across the bridge would destroy it.
Okay, Nick, then let's try to find a cute, fluffy little bunny and test your theory.
That right there sums up the fundamental difference between sane and insane. It looks like it's about 20 yards to the cliff over there.
I guess that's where I'll be training tonight. Do you want to train with me, Nick?
And do this special course? I think not.
But it'd be so great if you had spiritual powers too.
Really? I see dead people sounds more like a cause for alarm for me. And the plot of a Shyamalan movie. Anything else? No? Nothing intriguing? Alright, where can we go from here? Oh, just back to the main gate? Huh. Really not able to go down that staircase? Oh, maybe later.
The main hall. I think it's even colder in here. Mr. Nick, do you smell it? It smells like meat and gravy. Yeah, you're right. Guess it's pot roast for tonight. Yum.
Weird. I thought they would serve something a little more, well, traditional.
Well, what are you talking about, Nick? Do you think monks and nuns just sit around eating rice and gruel all the time? Mystic Maya is right. Oh, I hope there's mashed potatoes too. I love mashed potatoes.
Me too, Pearls. What a cute little acolyte. Greetings to all of you. Oh, hello. Wow, this lady makes Maya look like a 6.8 out of 10 on the weirdness scale.
Your outfit. Did you come here for this special course too?
Unfortunately, no. Actually, I'm...
You're Miss Elise Dunham?
I never know how to pronounce her name, so we're going with Dunham. Yes, that's right. You know of me?
My name is Pearlfay. I'm your biggest fan. Who is she, Nick?
I see it now. Zavari, a fortune teller.
I've got all your books, Miss Dunham.
What a sweet thing to say. And please, call me Elise. Books?
Mr. Nick, don't you know anything? Don't you even know who this is?
An author, maybe? Yes, and an illustrator of picture books.
Picture books, huh? Oh, now I get it.
I'm sorry I didn't know who you are. I don't get a lot of chances to really enjoy picture books. It's all right, I take no offense to that. My books are nothing but simple stories for children.
And really beautiful pictures too, Miss Elise. Your books always make me feel as if my heart has been purified.
It makes me feel very happy to hear you say that. I do have to admit, She certainly seems like a kind, sensitive lady.
Miss Elise won an award last year for her book, The Magic Bottle.
Yes, a friend of mine secretly submitted a story I had written to a publisher. They liked it so much that they asked if it was all right to make it into a book. Wow, it must have been a really great story. And see, we come across another thing that could go into the Ace Attorney gift shop that I want badly. Elise Dunham's books. Give me yesterday.
Maybe I should try to write a children's book too. If I do, you can secretly send it to a publisher for me, Nick.
Recently, I've accepted a sort of apprentice, you might say. An apprentice? He calls himself Laurice Dunham. I believe he's off doing some landscape sketches now. On Laurice's behalf as well, I'd like to thank you for your support.
Of course, Miss Elise. Anything for you. Why did you come to Hazakura Temple, Miss Elise? Are you here to do some spiritual training?
No, that's not it. I'm actually here to gather materials for a new book I'm working on.
Wow, I can't wait to read it.
Pearls is completely taken with her. I wanted to do a book with a more Japanese feel to it this time. So is that why you're dressed like you are? The children have a certain image of me in their minds. I don't want to disappoint them. What can I say? She's really a sweet lady.
Wow, Miss Elise, you're dressed up like a mountain nun.
Yes, the good people here are kind enough to let me borrow this. I'm wearing training clothes underneath my robe as well.
I want a staff like that.
You like the crystal sphere? It's real amethyst, you know.
Maybe we'll find one like that up here on this mountain. Good luck, Nick. I know you'll find me one.
Well, you'll have to excuse me now. I have to go help with the dinner preparations.
Wow, you mean you're cooking dinner tonight?
That's right. Would you like to help too, Pearl?
Yes, I want help whenever I can.
Pearls looks like she just won the lottery.
Oh, I'll help too then.
No, it's fine. Please don't worry about it. Feel free to relax and explore the area with your friend.
Huh, but...
Oh, yes. Please take this. I think it will be of help to you. It's a map of the area. Oh, it's a map of the area. We wouldn't want you to get lost now, would we? The inner temple. There it is, on the other side of the bridge. Well, if you insist, I guess we'll take this chance to go check out the other temple.
Okay, I'll see you two later then. Remember, you're not allowed to fight. Come on, Nick, let's go. At least we'll stay warm if we keep moving.
Pearls is like the #1 Phoenix Maya shipper. There's a laughably large Magatama on the altar. If I can see Cyclops with the tiny Magatama I've got, I can only imagine what kind of power this bad boy has under its hood. It's an altar. It looks a bit old, but someone does a good job of taking care of it. Speaking of altars, I remember seeing one like this in Karain Village last year. I guess they really do have something to do with spiritual power after all. There are straw zabuton cushions arranged around a hibachi brazier. I haven't seen a layout like this since I saw this really old Japanese movie on TV. If it wasn't for this hibachi, they'd probably freeze to death. I bet the writing on these sliding doors are instructions for spirit channeling. Kinda like how we scribbled math formulas on the bathroom walls to remember them. Except we couldn't go to the bathroom during tests, and I can't read these walls. So yeah, exactly the same. Anything else to clicky? Nope. Looks like we're pretty good. Oh, wait, cushion. It's a stack of straw zabuton cushions. Maya told me this type of zabuton is called enza. I suppose if I ever come here, I'd have missed out on all these new things. If I hadn't come here. That's right. Explore. Do new things. Have fun in life.
Huh? Where did Sister Bikini go?
I guess she went to the inner temple to go help with the other nun out.
All right. I think her name is Iris.
Yeah, that was it. I want to find out who this Iris really is, but I'm scared of what I'll find.
Wow, that bridge was shaking like jello in an earthquake. And at least half the wood on that rickety bridge was rotting, I bet. Not to mention the last part only had like one board left on it. What's wrong with you? Your face is all green.
Can you not pick on me for a second? I'm still trying to get over the shock that we made it safely across that death trap.
Yeah, I guess I'm a bit surprised too. Yikes, that temple is in bad shape. It looks like it could collapse at any time.
I guess people don't use it too often. Is this really where you're going to train tonight?
This has to be it. It's kind of creepy around here, like a ghost might jump out at you or something.
A spirit medium afraid of ghosts? Isn't it ironic, don't you think? Oh, that's right. I made like an Animal Crossing style picture of Maya freaking out seeing Wisp, and both of them were like, oh, a ghost! And I think I decided to do that because of that interaction there about like, oh, Maya's kind of afraid of ghosts, yeah? So, just a little bit of Grezy art lore for you.
So that's the inner temple up ahead, huh?
It looks kind of run down.
Well, it wouldn't be very temple-like if it was all bright and shiny.
So you're training here tonight, huh?
Yep, and everyone will see my spiritual powers.
Sounds like your stomach wants to show off its digestive powers.
I wonder if that roast is ready yet.
Geez, Maya, you're making me hungry already. I actually probably should have eaten like a little snack before we started. So I might have to get a snack like soon-ish. We'll see. But I should be okay.
Looks like there's something written on it.
I can't read it, but if I had to take a good guess, I'd say it says Inner Temple.
What's the point of a sign if you can't read it? Must be tough for the mailman when he's delivering here.
I guess the sign is a good indication of how long this place has been here.
Hey, a half-open gate. That's practically a welcome mat.
Yeah, except the sign on here says no entry.
Nick, rules are made to be broken, you know?
You expect a lawyer to go along with that?
Oh, come on. You're such an old lady sometimes. Let's just go.
Don't blame it on me when Sister Bikini puts a curse on you.
Now you've got me scared. Let's just forget about it, okay?
Even Maya can be scared out of doing illegal things. Oops. Gotta be careful where you're clicking.
Hey, there's a giant robot buried in the snow.
Well, there's something buried in the snow, but I think it's an incinerator.
Oh, but you gotta admit, it looks like a robot.
Sure. Anyway, I don't think it gets used much. It looks pretty rusty.
Hey, Nick, do you think this giant robo-incinerator can walk?
I told you it's not a robot, and it's not especially big either.
Bah, you have no imagination. I thought it'd be real neat if you had to beat it to advance.
A fight between a lawyer and an overgrown furnace? Who'd ever pay to see that? Would you pay to see that, Ergo?
Sure.
Yeah? Yeah, I think I would too, actually.
It looks like this bridge is suspended by 4 of these wires.
You're really thin. Shouldn't they just be a little thicker?
Oh, stop it. You're such a worrywart, Nick. If the bridge were really going to collapse, I'm pretty sure the boards would break before these wires ever did. What's wrong? You're turning into an overripe avocado again.
I don't care how much you pay me. I don't want to cross that bridge again.
No worries, Nick. No one is offering you any money.
That's because no reasonable person would call that pile of popsicle sticks a bridge. The latter half of it was nothing more than a few planks of wood and some string.
Hey, if we want to get back, you've got no choice but to cross it again, you know.
Maybe I'll just stay. I've always dreamed of living in a little shack in the woods.
Wow, you really are scared, aren't you?
Ergo, haven't you always dreamed of, like, living in the woods?
I mean,
I know that you say you kind of like the more outdoorsy look, but you also just don't want to be in the middle of nowhere, right?
mm-hmm.
Yeah, there we go. So this wouldn't be for you either.
Oh, wow. Look at these neat Buddha statues. Maybe I'll take one home with me.
Maya! Why are you shocked, Phoenix? If it's not stapled down, Maya's probably going to talk about taking it.
But there are so many. They wouldn't notice if I just took one.
Are you kidding? Of course they'll notice. What are you gonna do with one of those anyway?
Put it in the office, of course. We could trade that wooden statue in the office reception area for one of these.
You know, come to think of it, where did that wooden statue come from anyway? Anything else? Nothing else to click on over here? Found it all? Chirp, 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 chirp. Training hall time, let's go. Man, look at this place. It's just a tiny freezing cold room. So this is where you'll both be training, huh?
Huh? What do you mean both? I'm the only one.
Really? But I thought...
Pearl's just a little kid. She couldn't handle this kind of intense training.
So says the girl who I can barely hear over her teeth chattering.
Anyway, the real training room must have been behind the door over there.
Yeah, definitely getting the feeling it's back there. Even I can sense that there's something supernatural about the cavern behind that door.
Excuse me, but who are you?
You're...
Hi there! We're just looking around since we're going to be staying here tonight. Is something wrong? Oh, no, it's nothing. I wonder why she's spaced out like that. Don't you, Nick?
Did you say something, Maya?
Not you too, Nick. My name is Iris. I'm one of the nuns here at this temple. I'm Maya Fey. It's a pleasure to meet you. The pleasure is mine. Oh, please excuse me. I have some, chores to attend to. She sure is beautiful. And a bit spacey, I guess. I guess she's just not used to talking with urban sophisticates like us. Nick?
That girl. It can't be, but... Here, let's take a lookie before we talk to Maya.
Look at this antique dresser. I wonder if there's anything valuable inside. Let's have a look. Nothing. Just a bunch of clothes. Hey, Nick.
Huh? Oh, sorry. I was just thinking.
Oh, about Iris, I bet. Looks like you've been bitten by the love bug, Nick. The actual training area must be on the other side of this door. I wonder what it's like. Phooey, it's locked. Come on, Nick. You know you want to open it for me.
I can't.
You've been in kind of a bad mood lately, haven't you, Nick? Safari! I know what it is. IRIS. Iris and Nick sitting in a tree. KISSING.
Maya's like me in the 5th grade. A hanging scroll. It doesn't... Ah! What is it? Why did you scream?
The scroll. It's my mother.
What? It's
Misty Fey, the master of the Crane School of Channeling.
Are you sure?
Yes. That crest at the top of the scroll. That's the special mark of the master of our tradition.
So that's what the mark means. What is it?
Nothing. It's just that I last saw her about over 15 years ago. If it wasn't for that crest, I wouldn't have ever known it was her. My own mother. And I can't even recognize her face.
Maya. Prepare yourselves, folks. This whole trial, this whole case is emotional like this. So if you teared up with Maya not knowing about her mom, well, it's just the start of it all. It's a hanging wall scroll showing Maya's mother, Misty Fey. It's not that old. That crest at the top of this... At the top is the official mark of the master.
I wonder if this
temple has some sort of connection to the Fey family.
I think it does, actually. Supposedly it was founded by a branch family member of the Korean school.
I'll have to ask Bikini in more detail when I get the chance. About Maya, and the Fey family in general. There were a bunch of musty-looking blankets and bedding sets piled up
Kind
here.
of,
What?
I was gonna say, it's interesting. A lot of this stuff gets kind of retconned in the sixth. Wait,
Oh, and the like, is it?
sixth game, yeah.
Is that like the first one of the like second? Because like this is the original trilogy, but then the Wright and Co. offices like re-ink, kind of thing.
No, I mean the second trilogy is Apollo Justice, and then what was it called? Dual Destinies, and then Spirit of Justice is the last one, and that's where they go to the country of Kurain.
Oh,
which,
yeah.
Never existed before until then.
Right? Yeah. I remember you talking about that with me. So yeah, I guess instead of saying like another Phoenix Wright trilogy, it's, again, Phoenix still exists, and he's still in the game, and he's the one you play as in those two, right? In Dual Destinies and the,
for part of them.
For part of them? Because do you switch between like Apollo?
You play as Apollo and then Athena, the new character.
Oh. See, and these, don't worry, I am still going to be an Ace Attorney channel. We'll still play Ace Attorney. I'm going to play them. I'm going to play those games I have not played, so I will be even worse at playing those games than I am at these ones, because I've already played these, and I still don't know some of the answers to the puzzles. So prepare yourselves for that future endeavor. But yeah, you liked the games, right, Ergo?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah. And then we still have to finish Chronicles. Speaking of marathon streams, we need to marathon that final case.
Yeah.
And Gator, chat will help, don't worry. Yes. Oh man, Gator, tip my non-existent hat off to you. I really do appreciate you pushing me in the right direction in some of those things yesterday, and also just telling me flat out, oh hey, wouldn't this be it? And it's like, oh my god, you're right. So very good. It's always great to have a good friend who is knowledgeable about puzzles in the chat with these games as well. And hey, if worse comes to worse, there is a walkthrough. And I will say this right now and probably repeat it if I need to use it later, or when, because I'm sure I will. Because this case is so long, I am definitely going to resort to using the walkthrough a lot faster than I usually would. Because if it supposedly takes 12 hours to do this case, and I took double of what the supposed time was to finish Ashes when I played that one, we're looking at potentially 24 hours here. So we got to minimize time as best we can, or maximize our time as best we can. That being said, also, hi, Arlo. I hope that you are doing well. Anyway, I wonder why they're even here in the first place.
It's because all spiritual training is done under the supervision of a nun. I wonder if Sister Bikini is planning to sleep in here while I train.
But if they sleep, what's the point of having them here in the first place? And you said you're in fact doing well? Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that, Arlo. That is awesome. And I hope that you continue to do well. Oh, I wonder, can I... Hang on. No. Here, examine. Can I not talk to Maya? Oh. I thought we were going to talk. Huh. I guess we're not. Well, I looked at everything in this room, so I think we're good. And we examined everything there.
Phew, we managed to make it across Dusty Bridge. Nick, you look green.
Are you feeling all right?
Hey, what's wrong with you? Ever since we met Sister Iris at the training hall, you've been really quiet.
Oh, sorry. Hey, you, wait up! I don't know who that is.
You think he's yelling at us?
He must be. There's no one else around. Oh, I think I know who this is. Would you mind moving? You're standing right in my way. There he is. I knew it smelled like a button here.
Hey, I know you. You're...
Whoa, sorry, gotta run. See ya. Hey, wait a minute. Oh, nice to meet ya. I'm Laurice Dunham. Liar, you're Larry. Your clothes may change, but you're still the butts. Shut up. I'm Laurice. sketch of Dusky Bridge.
So it really is our Larry. Not that I get why he's pretending to be someone else.
I mean, it could be from the trauma of the last one where him not doing his job correctly resulted in a man getting murdered. But, I mean, hey, it could be for numerous reasons. So, what are you doing with the last name Dunham? Well, I wanted to start over again with a clean slate.
A clean slate?
You remember, don't you, last time? The Master case. Oh, the Master case. Yep, see, I told you. After that, I started to realize I didn't like this guy known as Larry Butts. And that's when I came across it, the Book of Destiny.
The Book of Destiny? Do you mean...
The Magic Bottle by Elise Dunham. It's so beautiful, so moving, so gentle. My heart felt cleansed. I was saved. See, he probably could have achieved the same results by watching an episode of Bluey. Either one would have done the same thing. Maybe I should buy a copy of The Magic Bottle.
Wow, Larry would make a great book salesman. I really want to get that book now, too.
She's the most wonderful person I've ever met. I'd follow her anywhere.
Well, she certainly is a very elegant lady.
You see? Here's a photo I took of her in secret.
Wow, that's a beautiful photo.
You want a copy, don't you? It's okay. I just happen to have made extra prints. Still, it's kind of hard to imagine you as a picture book illustrator. So, tell the truth. You must have some kind of ulterior motive, right? What are you talking about? I don't trust anyone anymore, especially not women.
Talk about a bad case of denial.
Anyway, can you even draw well enough to make a picture book? Art isn't only about technical skill, you know. It's also about having a pure heart. And that's why I'm asking, can you draw well enough to make a whole book? Now that you mention it, I wonder.
It looks like you still have some doubt in your heart.
It's true, I do. But when I first saw her, I felt it. Something inside me ended, and something else began.
Oh, Larry, it sounds like you've fallen in love with Miss Elise Dunham.
No, you're wrong. It's not her. It's the other girl. Other girl? Uh-oh. I got a bad feeling about this. Oh, yeah, her, my little Iris.
She's really pretty.
This girl, she's perfect. She's exactly my type. I wonder if she would model for me. I want to draw a portrait of her.
Yeah, you always like those model types, don't you, Larry? Hey, wait a sec. Didn't you say you were swearing off women?
Huh? Yeah, that's right. Oh, of course I have. I have, basically, but Iris is different. I feel like I still have one chance left at the dream. This guy will never change.
Everyone! Hey, Pearly! Dinner preparations are complete. Please come quickly to the main hall. All right, I can't wait to dig in, Pearly. I'm going to go into the inner temple and call Sister Iris. I also want to have a look at where Mystic Maya is going to be training. Hey! Donut hole for me?
Hang on, I'm gonna turn the mic off real quick while I eat a donut hole. I will gesture around wildly with my model so that you can feel entertained. There, all gone. Yay! All right, I might have to eat a few of those sporadically, because dinner, we aren't getting ready for that until about 5. So, but I also don't want to eat too much. So, either way, speaking of eating, let's see how that pot roast turned out.
Boy, am I stuffed.
Are you sure it's all right to eat that much before your training?
Well, this kind of training is a battle of endurance. Mystic Maya, please don't do anything that might put your health at risk. No pain, no gain, I guess. I'm still worried about you.
Whoa, wow. Let's not dilly-dally, shilly-shally. You must get ready for tonight. Good luck, Maya.
All right, here I go. I'll see you all tomorrow, I guess.
Iris, please ring the bell at 10 o'clock for lights out, all right?
Yes, Sister Bikini.
And then after you ring the bell, I want you to come join us at the training hall.
I understand, Sister Bikini.
Maya and Bikini really seem excited about this training thing tonight. Well, Pearl, what are you going to do tonight?
Well,
If you'd like, you can come to my room. Perhaps we can read some books together.
really? I'd love to. I'm not very good at reading.
Well then, would you like to practice reading with me?
I'd love to.
Pearls is absolutely smitten with Miss Dunham. So, Larry, what are you going to do? Huh? Me? Well, I'm just gonna hang out in my room. I can't stand the cold at all. I totally hear you there.
Miss Elise? So, for example, how do you read this?
It says gravely. That's kind of a tough word.
Oh, okay. Well, what about this word?
That's another tough one. It says roast. What kind of book is she reading anyway?
Well, I'm going to go wash the dishes and help clean up. I'll go visit when I'm done, Miss Elise.
Well, not much to do except head to my room and huddle under the covers, I guess. Oh, if only it were that simple, Phoenix. If only it were that simple. We wouldn't have a game otherwise. It's a whole different type of cold up here in the mountains. Ugh. Why couldn't the nearest bathroom just be a little closer to my room?
Mr. Wright?
Yeah, different person. My bad. Oh, Miss Dunham, are you going to use the bathroom too? No, but have you seen Pearl? No, not since after dinner. I thought she said she was going to go to your room. I know, but she never showed up. I'm going to go look for her. Excuse me. Miss Elise Dunham, a woman as mysterious in origin as her last name. But the really mysterious one is... Sister Iris.
Good evening.
The really mysterious one is this girl.
Are you on your way to the bathroom too, Mr. Wright?
I can't let this chance pass me by. I should try to talk with her and maybe get some answers. You're Sister Iris, right?
Yes.
So, when did you come to Hazakura Temple?
I don't remember. Ever since I was a small child, the temple has been my home.
So you've never left?
Well, I don't have any family left to take care of me. Sister Bikini, I've come to think of her as my real mother, as it were.
I see. But didn't you go to college and maybe enroll in the Ivy University Literature Department?
No, I never had an interest in going to a big university like that. My training is all the education I need.
I see.
But once in a while, when I get the chance, I make a trip to the nearby town. I can use a computer and a cell phone too.
It's not exactly something worth bragging about, but I don't see any psych locks. So I guess that means she's not lying.
Please, don't stare at me like that.
What kind of place is this anyway? I heard it's for training to increase your spiritual power or something like that.
It must seem awfully crazy to normal people like you.
Well, I have to admit it is a whole different world up here.
I'm glad to hear you say that.
Huh?
Talking with dead people. Who doesn't help anyway? I hate it.
Really? So then why stay in a place like this? Is something wrong?
I didn't realize it was so late. I have to go and ring the bell for lights out.
I guess it's almost 10 now, huh?
Mr. Wright?
Yes?
If it's all right with you, I would like you to have this.
But this is your hood.
It has the power to protect you from evil spirits.
Come to think of it, Sister Bikini was wearing one of these too.
I pray for your safety on this dark, cold night. I'm sorry, but I must bid you good night.
Wait a minute. Sister Iris,
Yes?
just now you called me by my name. You said Mr. Wright. How did you know my name? I never introduced myself to you.
That's...
Sister Iris, please tell me the truth. You and I, have we ever met before? Ooh, that's a lot of locks. Me thinks yes. Iris?
Oh, it's almost 10. Perhaps we can speak again tomorrow.
I'm sure nothing is going to go wrong. Everything's totally fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So my hunch was correct. She does know me. I'll have to try to talk with her again tomorrow. No! What the? I guess I wasn't Phoenix screaming. Sorry. Different scream. That blood-curdling scream came from the courtyard. That scream. I'm sure it came from around here. Ah! Someone's there, on the ground. Miss Dunham! I just stepped on something soft. Hey, don't step on my tummy like that! What are you doing lying here in the snow? I was passed out, what do you think? So that blood-curdling scream was you? Forget about that! Hurry up and call the police! Is there even a phone in the main hall? No, but we still get reception up there in the mountains. You must have a cell phone on you, right? No, I didn't. Oh, you're useless. I mean, even Iris has a cell phone. We've got no choice. You'll have to use the public phone by Dusky Bridge. Hurry! Run as fast as you can. Yes, ma'am. If you don't hurry, Iris will. Oh, shit's hitting the fan already. It's farther than I thought. The bridge is just up ahead. I have to get to Maya, or I have to tell Maya what happened too. Dusky Bridge. It's burning down. What the heck happened? What are you doing here? Huh? What is it? Is it me? Don't scream it, or don't scare me like that. Don't scare me like that, Larry. I almost had a heart attack. My name isn't Larry. It's Maurice. Larry, hurry up and call the police. I'm going to the inner temple. Don't be stupid. The bridge is nothing but a burning wreck right now. Listen to me. There's been a murder here at Hazakura Temple. What? The murderer might have fled across the bridge. I have to make sure Maya is safe. But please, call the police. I've got to go. Get out of my way, Larry. It's too dangerous, Nick. Wait. I must have been crazy. I knew how dangerous it was, but I still went for it. Ah! Nick! Weakened even more by the fire, the rickety old bridge's planks snapped and gave way. And as I was swallowed by the eternal darkness that surrounded me, a final terrified scream rose up to pierce the frozen air of that harrowing night. Fun case, isn't it? So how's everyone holding up so far? This case is one of my favorites for a reason. It's just so interesting. It's so epic. It's so emotional. It's so cool. What day and what time and where are we? That's what we need to know now. Whoop. Whoop, phone's ringing. Who could that be at this time of night? Yes, Edgeworth speaking. Edgy, get up! It's an emergency! Huh? Larry, do you know what time it is? It's not Larry, it's Maurice. Maurice Dunham! This is nothing more than a terrible nightmare. I'll just roll over and... Wait, don't hang up! It's an emergency! It's Nick! He took a really nasty spill! Well, it wouldn't be the first time, so... I'm not joking! His life is in danger! What happened? Tell me. Talk about a guy with bad luck. He may already be dead. Anyway, you've got to come back. You're the only one that can help. My Iris, my beautiful Iris, she needs help. All right, I don't know what's going on, but I'll be there as soon as I can. I'm at the detention center. Please hurry. It's been 1 year since I left that country. I thought I wouldn't have to see him again for a while. Sounds like it won't be a pretty reunion, as if I expected anything to change. You're late, Edgy! What took you so long? I don't want to hear it. I chartered a private jet to come as quickly as I could. Well, you should have chartered a faster one. Anyway, just listen. Something happened to my Elise, and Nick's, Maya, and Iris Bikini. Huh? Say something, Edgy! Before I came here, I stopped by the hospital and paid Wright a visit. I believe I have a better understanding of the situation than you at this point. The murder victim was the picture book author, Miss Elise. She was found by Wright and the head nun. The suspect is the temple's younger nun. Then later, while Wright was crossing the bridge, it broke and he fell into the river. The hospital says that he'll need at least 2 days of bed rest. Yes, that's right. You got it. But they arrested her, my sweet little Iris. And here I was convinced he was the one the police had arrested. However, I still don't understand what these 2 items are for. What are you talking about? They're things Wright gave to me when I was leaving his room. This is the first. He said some nonsense about being able to see into people's hearts with this. And the other, he couldn't possibly be asking, but I think he is. Could he? I'm begging you. Iris's trial starts tomorrow. With Nick out of the picture, you're all I've got. You're the only one that can represent her. What did you just say? You know, represent, defend. What were you expecting? What do you think I called you anyway? Or why do you think I called you anyway? Not because, our best friend was almost dead, but the real reason was because of this. I'm a prosecutor, Larry. A prosecutor. Do you understand what I'm saying? A prosecutor is a lawyer who... Don't talk to me like a kid! I graduated from junior high, Don't worry about it. I promise I won't tell. But I earned a paper badge and no problem fooling an entire court before. How could this country's judicial system have fallen into such decay? Please, Edgy! At least listen to her. Listen to Iris' side. So Wright wasn't joking when he gave me this badge after all.
Thank you for coming. My name is Iris.
Edgeworth. Miles Edgeworth. I don't know if I can be of any help, but I will at least hear what you have to say about the murder.
Mr. Wright, how is he? Mr. Larice said that he might even die.
Fortunately, he will be fine. Larry, you moron, how could you say something like that? I mean, he did fall into Eagle River. It is kind of a rough one. But yeah, true. Don't freak out people, Larry, or Larice. Either way, don't freak out people. He was badly bruised when he hit the water, but otherwise he is unharmed.
Thank goodness.
But he's caught some kind of nasty cold.
A cold?
He's running a high fever and is drifting in and out of consciousness. I must be imagining things. This woman, I feel like I've met her before. Pardon me, Iris. I would like to ask you something, if you don't mind. I have the distinct feeling you and I have met before.
It must be your imagination, Mr. Edgeworth. After all, I hardly ever leave Hazakura Temple.
Hazakura Temple? What's that?
It's a place where those who wish to boost their spiritual power come to train. You need to undergo some very difficult training to release your inner spiritual power.
Spiritual power? Did you go to that temple for that reason as well?
No, I don't have any spiritual powers. I don't need them.
In that case, what are you doing at that temple then?
I've committed some sins. Sins that I need to pay for. That's why I'm here, and why I continue to train. To purify my soul.
I want to ask you about last night. The night of the crime.
All right. I helped to clean up after dinner, and then went back to my room at about 8. Later, I left my room to ring the lights out bell at 10.
Bell?
We ring it at the same time each night.
I see. And then?
And then I was told to go to the training hall, but I went back to my room and stayed there.
Why didn't you go to the training hall like you were asked to?
I was frightened,
Frightened?
so I just stayed in my room and meditated until the murder happened.
There's more to her story. I just know there is. Maybe I should dig a little deeper. You were asked to go to the training hall on the night of the murder.
Yes,
However, you didn't go. Because you say you were frightened. What exactly were you so frightened of? Oh, what in the world?
huh? Is there something wrong?
I'm sorry, it's nothing. It looks like she's not aware of them herself. These must be what Wright was talking about. The Cyclocks. Or did he call them the Psycholocks? I think he called them the Psycholocks. I believe he said that I need to present this Magatama item to do something. So do you have any idea as to what really occurred last night?
I think it was the result of the tremendous spiritual power that was unleashed.
Spiritual power?
Yes, spiritual training has been a cause behind many great tragedies. This incident was just another example.
Iris, I'm sorry, but I just can't accept that. I'm a man of science. I don't believe in spiritual power.
Yes, I understand. Most people don't.
And I am certain that the thing that killed the victim was a human. So please, answer me this simple question. Were you the one who killed Elise Dunham?
No, I'm not the one who took her life.
Those psycholock things aren't appearing. I suppose that means I can believe that she's not lying.
What's wrong?
I can't believe what I'm thinking. And here I just finished saying that I don't believe in spiritual power. It appears that's about all you can tell me.
Thank you very much for listening to my story.
I visited Wright at the hospital before coming here. He asked me to take care of you.
Me?
Yes, at the trial tomorrow. He asked me to defend you.
If Mr. Wright has that much faith in you, Mr. Edgeworth, then I will gladly entrust my fate to your capable hands.
But before that, I have one question.
Yes?
Do you know Wright?
Why would you ask that?
Whenever you came up in our conversation, he would begin to act a little strange.
Mr. Edgeworth, what is Mr. Wright to you?
Oh, isn't that a loaded question? He is a very dear and indispensable friend.
It was 5 years ago. That's when I deceived him.
You deceived him?
I heard that he was in a lot of pain afterwards because of what happened. I know what a weak person I am. That's why I thought it was best if he never saw me again. I wanted him to just forget about me without learning the truth.
Well, if you ask me, Wright is still suffering. And until he learns the truth, I don't think he will ever be able to truly recover. Iris, it's not too late. You should go to him. Tell him the truth. I'll defend you, but only if you agree to that one condition.
All right, Mr. Edgeworth. I promise.
Very well. I'll do everything in my power to get you an acquittal.
Well, that went well.
That's enough information gathering for now. I should head to the crime scene.
Yeah, we probably can't. I doubt we can do it, but here, let me say it first. Yeah, I doubt we have enough information to do this, as Edgeworth calls them, the psycholocks. But let's give it a whirl. Let's see what happens. Because maybe we do.
Since I have been handed this case, it is my duty to dig up all the answers. Understand?
Yes, sir.
The smallest flame can sometimes bathe the case in a whole new light. In my years in court, I've seen it happen over and over again. That's why I'm committed to searching until I have those answers. Now then, is it really true that you didn't go to the inner temple last night?
Yes, I swear. I already told you that.
Yes, you said you didn't go because you were frightened.
That's right.
If that's the case, then the obvious question is, what were you so afraid of? Iris, I wonder, is this what might have frightened you so much that you couldn't even leave your own room?
Yeah, we don't have it. We don't have it. Because I remember what it is, and yeah. If that's what we're starting with, then I definitely don't have that. Okay. So, time to move to the crime scene.
It sure is cold, all right. So this is it. Dusky Bridge.
Oh, is this Gummy? This might be Gummy.
Oh, wow, it's you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Yeah, I guessed right.
Detective Gumshoe. Long time no see. It's been about a year, or has it been longer? It doesn't matter, Detective. What does matter is why you're shuffling around up here. Oh, ouch. And there's that sharp left jab. Well, I'm happy to see you anyway, Mr. Edgeworth. Let me guess, you were transferred by HR to the local precinct. A wise decision. The vast amount of nothing up here should be quite easy to guard. I heard you were back in the country and arranged... I heard you were back in the country and arranged to come all the way up here. Sorry, Grezy's having trouble reading again. Everybody was really nice. They even let me take charge of the investigation, sir. Gumshoe, indeed. Like gum on your shoe, he's impossible to get rid of. I'm supposed to report on the details of the crime scene, sir. Anyway, here I am, Detective Dick Gumshoe, reporting for duty. Great. Thank you, Detective. I thought Prosecutor Godot was gonna get here before me. That guy's a real mystery, I tell you. Prosecutor Godot.
Let's start with that one, shall we?
Who is this Prosecutor Godot? I've never even heard of him. Oh yeah, he's a new guy. Showed up after you left the country. He's a complete rookie, but nobody can say a bad word about the guy. What kind of man is he? He just became a prosecutor recently, but he's good, sir. Real good. If he's so good, how is it that I've never heard of him? Is he the lead prosecutor on this case? You bet he is. After all, you know who is right in the middle of it. You know who? Phoenix Wright, of course. For some reason, Godot has really got it in for Mr. Wright. Oh? Yeah, he seems to have some kind of grudge. And what would be the cause of this grudge? I don't know. Maybe he made fun of his mask or something. None of this is making any sense. I'd better look into this Godot myself. So this is the bridge that Wright fell through. Yup, I can't imagine being that reckless myself. Look before you cross. It's how it goes, right? What was that leap? And is there something on the other side? Yeah, some old building they call the Inner Temple. But we can't get over there without a bridge, sir. What? Nobody lives there, so it's usually not a problem. But someone was at the Inner Temple doing some training now, and they're stuck there. Yes, I heard that from Wright. It's Maya Fey. Oh no, her again? Anyway, the air's really turbulent right now, so we can't do an aerial extraction. No one's gonna be able to reach the Inner Temple until tomorrow, sir. We should be alright in this cold. So how did this bridge burn down anyway? We're almost 100% sure it was lightning. Lightning. I just got back into the country, so I don't really know much about the case. It's simple. Well, simple is as simple does, as they say. Oh, you've got no idea how much I've missed that biting sarcasm of yours, sir. But seriously, this one's a piece of cake. There's a witness that saw the whole thing. A witness? Yeah, that bikini lady. Bikini lady? Here on this freezing cold mountain? Well, you should talk to her yourself if you want the details, sir. I may have to talk to this bikini lady. I mean, decisive witness myself. You're telling me the bridge caught on fire due to a fluke bolt of lightning? Yep. Last night it snowed for the first time in 3 days. It's a little unusual for lightning to occur during a snowfall like that, but according to the weather data, lightning definitely struck. I see. This is a very detailed weather report. Almost too detailed. It even has the exact time that the lightning struck the bridge. Oh, Dad, we got that information from the witness's testimony. Someone actually saw the lightning hit the bridge? Who is this witness? Sorry, I'll go ask one of the local cops later, sir. Have you seen this thing before? Thanks a lot, I was getting kinda hungry. Chomp. What are you doing, detective? I thought it was some kind of candy that would fill me up, sir. Lately I've been feeling so hungry all the time. Maybe his salary has been cut just a little too much. Look, I'm just your everyday simple detective. Don't ask me such tough questions, okay? That's not something to be proud of, detective.
Same response to this one? Yep. Yep, same about the map. Occult magazine. Yep, nope, you don't know about that either. Photo valise.
There's a lot we don't know about this victim. We don't know her real name, her background. We don't know anything, really. That's rather odd.
If she was trying to hide her identity, why would she become an author?
I'll bet it was just one of those things, you know? She probably never expected to get so popular.
Okay. What does he have to say about Phoenix?
Whenever something happens, this guy always shows up like he hasn't got a care. In fact, you know what? Every time he shows up, I always wonder the same thing. Maybe somehow he's actually the cause of all these incidents.
I wonder if Gumshoe has realized it yet. But you could say the exact same thing about him. Your face is more drowned out than the last time I saw you, a year ago.
Really? I thought so.
No, wait. It's not so much drawn out as weary and tired, or maybe just plain old thin.
I thought that too, sir. My salary's been kind of on the low end. So, yeah, my food options have been kind of non-existent.
Oh, Gumshoe. I would give you one of my donut holes if I could.
Off-brand chicken soup, off-brand spaghetti, off-brand bread.
Off-brand bread? What is that?
That sort of stuff.
I thought you were really into instant noodles last year.
I got really sick of the stuff after a while, sir.
I feel that. I've eaten a lot of ramen in my day. So much to the point where I'm like, I can't have it all the time. Okay.
He's supposed to be Miss Elise Dunham's apprentice or something.
I see.
Yeah, he drew a nice portrait of me.
That's nice.
But he made me pay him 50 cents for it.
I'm sorry about that.
You don't seem very interested in him, Mr. Edgeworth.
I really don't want to talk about him. That's why. Oh, there's a lot we don't know about the victim. We don't know her real name or background. Yeah. Okay, we already talked about her.
I feel like I've seen this girl somewhere before.
She wasn't from a prior case, was she?
Nope, can't be. We did a database search with her fingerprints and came up with nothing.
I see. I just can't shake this nagging feeling.
Well, everyone knows that you are quite popular with the ladies, sir. Maybe she's no girlfriend that you sent to Dumpsville when you were younger.
Detective, where did you hear such nonsense from?
I didn't hear it from anyone. It's just sort of how I imagine you to be, sir.
Do I really inspire this sort of frothing desire from the female masses? Ah, Edgeworth. I usually hear about promising young prosecutor candidates while they're still in school, but I've never seen or heard of this person.
I gotta admit, he's puzzling, all right. He just appeared one day, big mug of steaming coffee in his hand.
He sounds like an interesting man.
Yeah, the whole prosecutor's office is really into double espresso macchiatos lately.
Nice. Okay, we've talked to Gumshoe about everything. Oh wait. He probably needs to examine everything now. So this is the bridge Wright tried to cross. Oh yeah, pretty reckless if you ask me. At least he survived. Oh, okay, this is kind of new stuff, yeah.
Now I see how he manages to win his cases in court. Blind luck.
I think dumb luck suits Wright just a bit better. It looks like a pretty good distance to that far cliff.
Yeah, it's got to be around 100 yards or so.
Detective, that's not even close to 100 yards.
Well, I gotta admit I'm not very good at judging distances.
It's about 20 yards or so, and impossible to cross without a bridge, it seems. See, I was trying to point at that sign, but all right. There we go. Some letters are wildly engraved into a roughly cut boulder. Dusky Bridge. It certainly is an appropriate name.
You need to get some glasses, Mr. Edgeworth. That sign says Dusty Bridge. I can see how you read it wrong, though, sir.
You're the one who needs glasses, Detective. Try reading it one more time.
You're right. It's Dusky Bridge after all. I guess whoever wrote this made a mistake.
Man, Gumshoe and Maya, same brain cell.
Hey, it's a public phone. You don't see a lot of these anymore.
That's true.
Since we've got one here, why don't we take a photo as a memento?
Well, sure, why not?
Oh, darn it. I don't have a camera with me. I'm gonna go buy a disposable camera. I'll be right back, sir.
What's so special about public phones, and why is he so fascinated by them? And the real question is, did Edgeworth really stay there the entire time? My guess is no.
Yo, Edgy! What took you so long? I'm so cold, my brain's turned to sherbet.
I knew it was a mistake to race back to this country.
What do you mean?
Wright is going to be fine, and the case itself isn't anything unusual. And I find myself taking a request to defend a woman accused of murder.
Hey, wait a sec, hold it. Objection! What's going on here, Mr. Edgeworth?
It's hard to explain, but one thing led to another, and...
What kind of lame excuse is that? And you call yourself a defense attorney? Prosecutor Edgeworth is a prosecutor, and that's why he's Prosecutor Edgeworth. Prosecutor Edgeworth, defense attorney, just sounds plain old weird, pal. Right, Prosecutor Edgeworth?
I'm not sure what role I'm supposed to be playing anymore.
Dude, Edgy! I don't see you for a couple of years and your heart turns to sherbet.
I'd say more like sorbet. It is rather cozier.
Iris didn't murder her. Someone else did it. I just know it, okay? So trust me on this one.
Ever the romantic, aren't you, Larry? Nevertheless, I'll do whatever I can to prove her innocence. At least until I pass the baton on to Wright, that is.
Man, I'm telling you, Iris is so cute. Right, Edgy? You think so too, don't you? What's wrong? Why are you so quiet?
To put it simply, your comment has me highly concerned. Could it be that the reason you think she's innocent?
Come on, a girl that cute can't possibly be a murderer.
I was right after all. I should have never come back.
No, don't worry. I see things for how they really are this time, honest.
If I had a penny for every time he said that.
It's just that, well, Iris is a delicate flower. You can't force things too much, you know what I mean?
Huh, I have no idea what you're talking about, Larry.
Oh, forget it. I didn't say anything.
Larry, where were you and what were you doing on the night of the crime?
Larry? What? Don't tell me. You think I might have done it?
What?
Get lost! Go back to your charter jet and get out of my sight, you creep! And I hope your plane crashes and you die!
Jeez, Butts, oh my gosh, calm yourself. I'll ask just one more time. On the night of the murder, where were you and what were you doing?
Murder!
As I suspected, psycholocks.
I'm sorry, man, you know me. I just don't remember. My short-term memory is a wreck, dude.
Again, we probably don't have enough, but... Let's just see, shall we? What do we need with him? Let's find out what is necessary. He's got 3 psycholocks, as Edgeworth calls them. Alright, now you're going to tell me what you really saw last night.
Whoa, you're really upset, aren't you, Edgy? Okay, I'll talk.
Huh, that was a bit too easy.
Yeah, anyway, it was awesome. Never seen anything like it. And around 10 o'clock last night, it started thundering. I'd been asleep, I'm not sure for how long. Suddenly, zing! The world in front of me went white. Like I'd been slapped in the face by my old girlfriend, Naomi.
And then,
it was on fire! The bridge was on fire!
Dusky Bridge caught on fire. Are you saying you saw it with your own eyes?
Hey, what are you giving me the evil eye? I'm telling the truth. There are still 3 Psycholocks remaining. That means he's still trying to hide something. By the way, Larry, where were you when you saw that happen? Where do you say? What do you mean? What do you mean, what do I mean? Just answer the question. I was in my own room, by the main hall. Where else would I be? As usual, you're as transparent as an empty jelly jar. The problem, I suspect, lies here. There? What do you mean there? It's impossible for you to see the lightning strike Dusky Bridge from your room. Hang on.
Just in case. I don't think we have it. I think we need something else. Lightning struck Dusky Bridge at 10:45, around 30 minutes passed between the fire starting and going out. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Ekin, and the posture check. Much appreciated. Oh, that was good. Okay. We might have it, but we might not. I'll still need to further investigate anyway, I'm sure. Because I know there's at least one thing that I need that will definitely come up with both Larry and Iris, I think. Here, let's do some examining, since Edgeworth needs to examine this stuff as well. This gate looks quite old, strong enough to resist the weight of time. That's the Mr. Edgeworth I know. You got a real flair for words, sir. I have always appreciated this kind of old-timeless elegance. That's exactly how I feel, too. Take this coat, for example. Like a fine wine, it gets better with age. Even fine wine turns to vinegar and begins to stink at some point. Ow, Edgeworth, ow. Hang on. Okay, there we go. I suggest you wash that atrocious rag you call a coat, detective. Oof, that's such a burn. I mean, he probably should, all things considered. We saw that coat back in the past and it was tan, and now it's green. It's the same coat. Clearly there's a problem with that. Okay. Let's look at the bell. I can see a small bell tower from here. Hey, that just reminded me. There's something I've always wondered about. Something tells me he's going to tell me what's on his mind, whether I like it or not. We call a person who tells a lie a liar, right? Why don't we call a person who rings a bell a beller? Or truer for a guy who tells the truth. Oh man, I'm not gonna get any sleep tonight. Gumshoe, the guy who thinks the absurd questions at 3 in the morning and is like, oh my god, what do I do? That's just the coat going up in rarity, increasing its tier. Exactly. You are 100% right. I suppose this type of thing is necessary up here in the mountains. Say, this just gave me a great idea. Something tells me he's going to tell me what's on his mind. I've got an idea for a brand new invention. It might even make me rich. An invention? Yeah, a car that can travel on snow. I'll call it a snow car. So what do you think, sir? Would you go for a ride on something like that? Only after you take the first 1,000 test rides. That must be the main hall back there. A brilliant deduction, sir. Are you trying to flatter me, Detective Gumshoe? A brilliant use of suspense to build attention, sir. According to Wright, the head nun has some important information. I can't miss the opportunity to speak with her. Sounds good, let's do it. Or actually, should I present some of this stuff to him? Hey, I know I may not look like it, but I'm an artist. I refuse to look at anything that doesn't have a radiant or beautiful motif. He didn't even glance at it. I still can't believe it. She was such a great person. But someone paying this murder on my sweet little Iris. Angie, please, I'm counting on you. Well, frankly, I was hoping you could give me a little more than that. Oh, well then, I got it. I'll draw your portrait. How about that? Since you're kind enough to offer, all right. Yeah, I know I may not. Oh, okay. But Iris is in that picture. Whatever. Okay, that's not interesting to you either. What? That's Iris's hood. How is that not interesting to you? This isn't interesting either, huh? Silly. Silly Larry. Oh, actually, wait. Again. Grezy always forgets the profiles. I don't think he knows Godot at all. Yeah, he doesn't know Godot at all. I have a feeling that she's hiding something.
Could be. After all, she's shy and gets embarrassed pretty easily.
I don't think that has anything to do with it.
Why not? Look, I know all about this kind of thing. Come on, Edgy, you were a guy once. Lots of girls are like Iris. You know I'm right.
Well, you most certainly seem to have convinced yourself.
Man, I love shy girls like her. It's just so cute. You know what I mean?
Still doesn't listen to others, I see. I guess some people just never change. Okay, this is the same thing. Okay, portrait. Yeah, okay.
Huh? Me? All you have to know is to remember not to call me Larry anymore.
What?
I'm a new person now. I've been reborn as Laurice Dunham.
Alright, fine. Let me ask you something else then. Larry.
Call me Laurice. If you don't, then I'll call you, Millie's Dunham.
Or Milas Dunham. There you go.
Hey, I don't know who Gumshoe is. Who's that guy? He was a good guy. I'm real proud of the end. When I look back now, I have nothing but good memories.
What's with the past tense? He's not dead, you know.
Yeah, you're right. Anyway, the guy owes me. After all, I saved his life.
What is that supposed to mean?
If I hadn't called for help so quickly, he would have died. It's no surprise, though. I used to be a security guard. It was all instinct, baby.
He has a point. He called me pretty quickly, too. I think Larry's pretty good at motivating people. I just wish he would try motivating himself once in a while.
It's Sister Bikini!
Hey, hello there. So how are you feeling? All right, I suppose. Oh, who's this? My name is Miles Edgeworth. Oh, my, a handsome boy such as yourself is always welcome. Oh, if circumstances weren't so tragic, I might just... Please don't call me boy. I'm sorry to trouble you. But I'm looking for a woman in a bikini. Well, you found her. Now, what can I do for you? I'm sorry, but I don't see any bikinis. If you ask nicely, I might give you a peek, big boy. Mr. Edgeworth, this is the head nun, Sister Bikini. She's the witness. Why didn't you tell me that earlier? This is exactly why your salary keeps on getting cut.
Yeah, my stomach is already growling in protest.
So, what's the latest about my beloved Iris? Well, first, I want to hear what you know. Right, he can... You know, to Gumshoe's defense, he just assumed. Gumshoe, yes, said bikini lady, so an obvious person would assume that that would mean a person wearing a bikini. But still, he never said it wasn't somebody's name. Right, so many characters in this game, exactly. And that's why this game is iconic, always and forever. First, I'd like to ask you about last night. Well, last night, we had an acolyte here for training. After dinner, the two of us went to the training hall in the inner temple. She must be talking about Maya. Approximately what time was that? I suppose it was around 9 when we left here. Training lasts all night long. It's extremely exhausting. Much like this whole case ordeal is going to be for Grezy, I'm sure. 24 hours, perhaps. Maddening. The channeling dojo's head nun must be in attendance at all times to keep watch.
Well, you're right. That does sound exhausting.
Detective, this is no time for flattery.
Sorry.
Sometime around 11, you witnessed the incident in the courtyard. But your duty was in the inner temple. Why did you come back here? The way you're staring at me, I'm starting to get goosebumps. I'm starting to get goosebumps myself, but for a decidedly different reason.
You get chills pretty easy, don't you, Mr. Edgeworth?
All right, then. I'd like you to tell me exactly what you saw. It must have been past 11. Oh, no, I can't say it. It's too much for my poor heart.
Hey, calm down, lady. Let go of my tie.
I saw 2 people. One of them was lying on the ground. The other one was stabbing her from the back with a sword. Did you see this criminal with your own eyes? I didn't want to believe what I was seeing, but it was
Iris! You must have been quite shocked. Of course she was. Try putting yourself in her shoes. It'd be like you were stabbing Mr. Wright smack in the middle of a courtroom, and I happened to witness it from the witness stand. I'd be pretty shocked too. I know it sounds insane, but that's what I saw. And when I finally realized what I was seeing, I screamed, and then I passed out. Unfortunately for us, her testimony seems to be pretty solid. However, the idea of Iris doing such a foul act seems unnatural. Unnatural. The girl I know simply isn't capable of this sort of foulness. I wonder what she means by that.
And Egan, you said, oh God, I cannot get the update on the autopsy report gif out of my head, right? The one where Maya's like, update that autopsy report, and then Phoenix punches Edgeworth. Hey, it's a good gif. It's a good one. I love that one.
As the head nun, it's your duty to stay with the acolyte at all times, correct?
Yes, that's correct. I know I may look strong, but the truth is, I've got a bad lower back.
A bad lower back.
Yes, it's especially bad in the winter. So bad that I can't even lift a bucket. Do you remember how cold it was last night? My bad back felt as stiff as frozen glass. I just wanted to take a nice hot bath to ease my aching back. That's why I returned to the main hall.
So you left the disciple all alone?
Don't be ridiculous. I would never do that. That's why I ordered Iris to the inner temple after she had rung the bell for lights out.
Yes, but she never went to the inner temple. So did this nun actually see Iris there? I think I'd better try to get some more details. So who is this acolyte that went to train at the inner temple?
Her name is Maya Fey. I treated her very badly, I'm ashamed to say. And after she went through the trouble of signing up for the special course.
Special course?
It's a training session where you sit on a block of spirit ice and chant 30,000 times.
You don't mean to tell me she's still doing that over at the inner temple, do you?
No, of course not. You don't have to worry about that one little bit. Last night, we still hadn't started the training session itself.
Well, that's good to hear.
Oh, dear. There's one thing I forgot to tell you.
Uh-oh, I don't think I like the sound of this.
Do you know that small girl? I believe she is Mystic Maya's little sister.
Maya has a little sister. Oh, you mean Little Pearl, that Maya's Faye's cousin. Little Pearl?
I thought she was going to visit Mystic Elise after we'd finished with dinner cleanup. But I haven't seen her at all since we ate last night. She's nowhere to be found.
You mean she was the victim? Or she was with the victim.
Words are hard. It's all my fault, my stupid, creaky old back.
A little girl who was with the victim on the night of the murder is gone. As they say, the plot thickens.
No, heck yeah, it does. This plot will continue to thicken. It does not stop.
How about this here?
Let me see. Well, as you may know, in order to see reality for what it truly is, we strive to break our attachments to much of the transient material realm. I guess you could call me an immaterial girl.
I guess she lives in an immaterial world, huh, Mr. Edgeworth?
I love this game.
Oh, how could such a terrible thing have happened? It's all my fault. Well, come on, lady. I don't think you need to take all the blame yourself. Quiet! What do you know anyway? Yeah, you're scary. With that stupid 5 o'clock shadow and that stupid old coat of yours. It's too bad that you weren't the one that disappeared.
Whoa! Hey, Bikini, I like you. But we do not talk about Gumshoe in that way. No Gumshoe slander allowed. We're gonna pause for a minute to think about that. Okay, I don't want to pause for a full minute, but you get the idea. Exactly, Egan. It's the appropriate reaction.
Why does she have to take it out all on me? Her anger does seem a little manufactured. About this picture.
Well, look at that. I look pretty S to the XC, don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely.
Up until recently, we've avoided exposure in such magazines. But this time we had our reasons.
Is that so? For example?
Well, I deny the world the sight of such a lovely face. Oh, here, is this where she's gonna say the immaterial girl? Yeah, okay.
Well, that's a demon warding hood. Acolytes are highly susceptible to possession by evil spirits, you know. That's why we always wear these, for protection.
Oh, I see.
What are you waiting for? You don't get any protection just by holding it, you know. Put it on already!
No, I can't. I just...
It's like it was just made for you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh my god, somebody better have drawn that. Hang on. I don't want to be taking too much time looking up little things here and here. Because again, long case, long stream. But has no one seriously drawn Edgeworth wearing that acolyte hood? I probably spelled acolyte wrong, but hang on. No, people have drawn it. People have. Woo! Do yourselves a favor, everybody. Go on to Google Images, and you can see it. There's a few fan arts drawn of it, and then there's somebody on Twitter. They edited a picture of Edgeworth with the acolyte hood on, because I don't think that actually happens in the game, to my knowledge. But that's freaking great. Oh my god. I would share it with you all, but just do yourselves a favor, take a moment, look at that at your leisure, and have fun. So I'm glad that exists. Good. Good on the world. Aw, that just means more Grezy content, and I am here for it. Aw, Aiken, you are so sweet. I am here to have fun with you guys, and that makes me so happy. Thank you so much for enjoying the stream as much as you do. I really do appreciate that. It means a lot. Oh, yeah, it was made for you, Edgeworth. And you know what else means a lot? That.
What do you mean by that, detective?
It looks absolutely marvelous. You've just got to keep it on for a while.
Is this some sort of divine retribution?
Oh gosh, you're seeing those drawings? Yep. Yep. I like them. They're cute. Well, look what you found. That's the master of the Karain channeling technique, Mystic Misty Faye.
Faye?
It's been nearly 20 years since Mystic Misty disappeared. Apparently, she's intended to pass on the master title to her daughter.
Who is this daughter?
Well, I myself am part of a branch family of the Fae clan. But even I'm not privy to information concerning the main family. That's one of the Fae clan's very own Magatamas. That's a priceless treasure you've got there.
Well, I'm impressed, sir. You never fail to surprise me. To think I almost ate that.
Yes, you don't look it, but now I can see you're a real fan of the occult.
Excuse me?
Well, of course, this piece couldn't possibly be real, but to have such a nice replica. Clearly, you're a big fan of the Karain tradition.
Wow, I'm impressed, sir. You never fail to surprise me. I thought you were just a big otaku for the Steel Samurai. Look at you being a big fanboy. I should have known better than to show this thing around.
I don't think I need to show that. Oh wait, again, profiles exist. Can we get maybe some more info about Iris?
You said you went with Maya to the training hall in the inner temple last night. Did you happen to see Iris while you were there?
Of course I saw her. I told her to meet us after ringing that 10 bell, or the 10 o'clock bell that night.
So you're saying Iris came to the temple, or inner temple then?
Of course she did. Iris has always been a good girl, obedient. After that, I had Iris help Mystic Maya begin her training.
But that doesn't fit with Iris's story at all. She said that she never went to the inner temple.
I smell a contradiction. However, there were no Cyclocks or Psycholocks. So, what could have happened?
As they say, the plot thickens.
Oh, this poor girl, where could she have gone?
Well, we checked out her home and she's not there.
Oh, and she's nowhere in the vicinity of the temple either.
Which means there's only a few other possibilities as to where she could be. Yeah, do you think that maybe she fell off the bridge and was carried downstream? Why do you have to be such a pessimist, detective? I was just trying to think like you, Mr. Edgeworth. Ironic, I became a pessimist only after I had the pleasure of working with you.
She's a very important visitor, you know, an honored acolyte.
Honored? How so?
The Fae name is synonymous with the Karain channeling technique. Therefore, she must be a spirit medium of great power indeed.
Now that you mention it, 1 year ago, there was a case that was about the master of the Crane channeling technique. Detective. I detest talk of supernatural drivel. I suppose now you'll say she has midi-chlorians? I forgot about the Star Wars reference. Oh. It's canon. Edgeworth knows about Star Wars. The Star Wars canon exists within the Ace Attorney universe. This game really does have everything, I agree. So it gives you the creeps, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? That's got nothing to do with it.
It's okay, Edgeworth. Be afraid of ghosts. It's all right. Oh! How could such a terrible thing have happened? Okay, this is old. We know this. This is Mystic Elise's apprentice, is it not? I think he might have had a bit of a crush on me. Sweet boy, at any rate. Uh-huh. Oh, I don't blame him. Sister Bikini understands the temptations of young men. Sure. But I'm afraid it wouldn't be proper to abuse my position. I am a head nun, after all. But in return, I did allow him to draw a portrait of me. I pray it was a pose that maintained your modesty, for everyone's sake. Yeah, I don't think she knows anything about Godot or anything. Alright, so guess examining the room.
Oh, it's a warm cat box, but where are all the cats? It's called a hibachi. It's for heating the room. Oh, look at all these ancient straw frisbees. Those are a type of zabuton cushions called enza. Why are you giving me such a hard time, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? Why? Because learning something new might actually be a good thing for you, detective.
It also could be your tone of voice, Edgeworth. Come on, be nice to him.
That thing sure casts a strong presence over the whole room.
This is the Lesser Magatama. It's a precious heirloom containing a great many souls.
Huh? This is lesser. What is the greater one like?
The greater Magatama is displayed in the main room of the Fey Manor. It was supposed to be shown at the Treasures of Corain exhibit, but it was so large that they couldn't bring it through the doors.
There's flowing script written everywhere on the walls. Man, I bet you'd have awful nightmares if you tried to sleep in here.
This is our main hall, so it's protected by a variety of magic spells and charms. They're all designed to prevent evil forces from entering.
So if I slept here, the Oogie Woogie Boogie Man wouldn't hunt me down for eternity? All right.
Oh my god, poor Gumshoe. Does he have bad nightmares? Poor baby.
Does this guy think about anything other than eating and sleeping?
I mean, eating and sleeping is a pretty good thing, I'm just saying. Oh! Is there a note there?
There are more Enza cushions in the corner of the room. What's that white piece of paper sticking out from under that stack? Beats me. Would you mind checking that for me, Detective Gumshoe? Yes, sir. Here you are, Mr. Edgeworth. It looks like an old manila envelope. Here! What is it, Detective? This could be it. An ultra-important clue. A super special clue. I suppose I should read it myself, then. It looks like a letter addressed to Sister Iris. Tonight at 10 at Heavenly Hall, unless you want your secret to be exposed. This sounds like a blackmail letter. Nice going there, Mr. Edgeworth. Why can't I ever find clues like that? You're an ultra-important prosecutor, a super-duper prosecutor.
Well, I suppose it takes a super-duper kind of dumb to miss a clue like this. Yeah, I will admit it is kind of obvious on the floor there, but again, tone of voice and choice of word there, Edgeworth. Come on. Be nice to people.
I don't see Larry anywhere. Maybe we scared the poor kid away.
His heart was shut tight with a number of psycho locks.
I guess I'll have to look for him now. What a thorn in my side.
Can we really not? Because this is a heavenly hall. There we go.
There's a little shack down the way called Heavenly Hall. A shack? It's like a run-down doghouse for losers that can't bear the freezing draft of wind. Kinda reminds me of my apartment, sir.
The name Heavenly Hall makes it sound like a palace.
Giving a hovel a great name is a crime in itself. I'd call it false advertising. By the way, the name of my apartment complex is Compton Castles. That's not such a great name, if you ask me. Well, it's not such a great apartment either, sir.
Okay. Does that mean, can we go to Heavenly Hall? Ah, come on! Meh. What does it take to have to get to Heavenly Hall? I don't remember. Do I have to examine something, maybe? Anything else new? Chirp, chirp, chirp. Nope, nope, nope. Okay. Main gate, detention center. I don't think we've found all the... Oh, wait, oh.
It looks like Iris is being interrogated right now. This place certainly brings back memories. Oh yeah, come to think of it, you got thrown in here once too, didn't you, sir? But you know what? I've never been in jail a single time. I should think it's hard to land in jail when you're so harmless. Yes, well, if you're in jail, you don't have to pay for your own meals, you know. Yeah. Don't get any funny ideas, detective. Too late, I already did. I'm planning your murder as we speak. In any case, I guess I'll have to come back here later.
Okay, well, I must have missed something then. Again, we examined everything, right? My balloons aren't covering anything, I hope. Okay, we're not missing a clicky. Nope, doesn't seem like it. I wonder when we're allowed to go to Heavenly Hall. Let's try and go into the main gate. Is there something maybe I didn't examine? Or maybe I didn't show Iris something? Or not Iris. Maybe I didn't show Sister Bikini something? No. No. Alright. Oh, wrong button. We talked to her about everything. We presented everything to her. Except that.
Yeah, we're about this here.
Yeah, she's an immaterial girl. Okay, got it. So, yeah, that wasn't anything. I didn't think so.
This man, his face portrays a life of suffering and great weariness of the world. Sure. But even so, I can't believe this guy actually jumped into the river. Think of all the fun things he might have enjoyed if he had just lived. Restless spirit or relentless spiritual training alone is no way to lead a complete life, huh? It sounds like she's got some major regrets she's dealing with. Perhaps I should let Gumshoe explain Wright's situation for me. Hey, don't look at me like that. Do your own dirty work, sir.
About this here, immaterial girl, gotcha. We already talked about that. What about the dough? Yeah, okay. As expected, she doesn't know that. And yeah, Wright didn't bring up anything different. Okay. Oh, wait. This makes sense. We probably need to show her this, and then she'll probably tell us how to get to Heavenly Hall. Okay, there we go. Forgot we got that new one.
Do you know anything about this old crumpled up letter?
Is that addressed to Iris?
Yep, it clearly says to Iris on it.
I can't believe it. That girl doesn't have any secrets from me.
So Sister Bikini didn't know anything about it.
Well, dang, that did not give me anything new. That's it? Received from Wright. Oh, yeah. Maybe she dropped it. And we talked about everything else. Oh, courtyard! I might have missed that before.
And this is where the murder took place, sir. Right straight ahead, you'll see it. Beautiful sight, take a picture. Other than removing the body, we left everything else untouched. Thanks, detective. I'll just have a look around. It looks like the police are still investigating. Oh yeah, by the way, I thought I'd better ask just to be sure. Are you really gonna defend the nun, Iris, at the trial tomorrow? Yes, I will. I gave her my word, and now I must follow through my commitment. Well, in that case, I've got to be careful. Got to make sure I don't leak the prosecution's whole investigation. Don't worry about it, detective. Just keep your mouth closed, and I think most of it will flow out on its own. You got it, sir. I'll make sure it flows out like water from a tap. Yes, you do that, detective. Just how much has your runny spout leaked over the years? The victim is the famous picture book author, Miss Elise Dunham. Her entire past up until she won that winning award last year is a total mystery. It's hard to believe in this day and age that you can still find people like that. The estimated time of death of the victim was between 10 and 11 p.m. on February 7th. Cause of death was blood loss resulting from a stab to the back of the murder weapon. You know what I mean. The murder weapon. The victim was found skewered with a giant sword, sir. That's terrible. Yeah, but there's one strange thing. Yeah? The victim's entire body was covered with bruises. The bruises are consistent with falling from the height of a 2-story building. A 2-story building? That would be about the same height as that room in front of us, correct? Hey, you're right. Way to go, Mr. Edgewood. That just happens to be the room that Elise Dunham was staying in. Maybe she was pushed out the window after she was stabbed by the sword. Now then, Detective. Let's see if we can summarize what we've learned so far. Okay, let's take a look at the map. According to the testimony of Sister Bikini, the head nun, right after they finished dinner, she and Maya went over to the inner temple. At 10 p.m. after ringing the bell for lights out, Iris went to the inner temple. When she got there, Bikini had her take over while she went back to Hazakura Temple. After taking a hot bath to soothe her back, Sister Bikini witnessed the murder in the courtyard. If you want more details, you should ask Bikini herself in the main hall. The inner temple hall. I'd like some more information about that place. The trial begins tomorrow, but who's the prosecutor? I'm pretty sure it's that Godot guy, but nobody can get a hold of him, so they're looking for a replacement. What do you mean? It's really weird. All of a sudden, no one can reach him. I wonder if the rumors are true. Maybe since Mr. Wright caught a cold, he won't be defended. He just lost interest. I intend to appear in court in the role of a defense attorney. However, I would be quite unhappy if it came out that I'm actually a prosecutor. Yeah, I can see why, but I'm not the one you have to worry about. I think the real problem is going to be that judge. Yes, he certainly would remember my face, even after such a long absence. That's why I requested that another judge preside over the trial tomorrow. We've only met each other once. There's a good chance he won't remember me at all. Yeah, but what about the prosecutor? Everyone in the prosecutor's office must know you. Wouldn't it be a problem if someone there made a big stink, sir? There's no need to worry. I pulled a few strings and arranged for a prosecutor of my own choosing. Well, Mr. Edgewood, I had no idea you had such a powerful string to pull. What is this inner temple that Maya was supposedly training at? According to Bikini, it's an old building they use for training the acolytes. It's on the other side of Dusky Bridge. The bridge that burned down, huh? Is there anything else on the other side of that bridge besides the inner temple? Nope, not a thing. Nothing? The other side is surrounded by cliffs on all sides. In a way, it's kind of like a little island out there. So the only thing there is the inner temple. I hear it's not the kind of place a person could survive in. Please be alright, Maya. So the sword from this gold statue is actually the murder weapon. It sure is. It's called a... Grezy always has a problem with this, so give her a second. She's gonna need to look at and sound it out bit by bit. Shishito. Shishito. By the way, nasty piece of work, sir. There's still blood on it. There's still blood on it. I suppose this is the victim's blood? Yep, it's all over the blade. And speaking of all over the blade, there are fingerprints all over the hill of the Shishito. Fingerprints? Naturally, they match the prints we cut from the younger nun, the defendant. Her fingerprints are on the murder weapon. What's wrong? You're looking real solemn. Is this how it is for Wright? Is this how it's like to be a defense attorney? Yeah, I figured it doesn't feel really good. To be honest, it feels more like it's detrimental to your health. I just love skiing. Really? You don't, seem the type. Well, what about sleds? Sleds? Nah, They're a little too kiddie, you know? Messes with my hard-boiled image. What's with the silence, Mr. Edgeworth? Is the word starting to go mad? Is the world starting to go mad? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. The main hall of Hazakura Temple is above us here. Hey, you're right, but I'm pretty sure the main hall didn't have a second floor. Hazakura Temple was built on a steep part of the mountain. The front and the back hall are on different levels. Oh, that makes sense. But wouldn't it be a lot easier just to build the place slanted, sir? I fail to see how he can consider that to even remotely be a good idea. It's a lantern. I suppose they light it at night. There's something elegant about the light of a fire. At the end of each month, I always like to relax in my room by candlelight. Detective, can you not afford to pay your electricity bill? How did you know? Oh, gummy. What's this? It looks like a wizard's staff. Yeah, it belonged to Gandalf. I mean, that belonged to the victim, Miss Elise Dunham. There's nothing strange or magical about it. I already tried waving it, nothing happened. Oh yeah, listen, this is just between us, okay, sir? Yes, what? This is top secret stuff. Don't tell anyone about this. Alright? The truth is, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a wizard. That's it. That's what you wanted to tell me. That's it. The staff was made from a very strong kind of wood. What kind of fingerprints? Were there any on it? Just the victims.
Ooh, it's a step ladder! And as always, the Ace Attorney tradition. The main gate must just be over that stone wall. Ah, stone walls. I jumped over a few of those in my time. Most of them are good memories, but not all. Detective, perhaps someone should introduce you to the concept of paucity of words. Aww, no stepladder joke. I guess it's more of a Maya Phoenix thing. Stepladders? Well, I know, right? Like, I love that joke within the series where it's like, oh, look, it's a stepladder.
It's a ladder, right? It's too big to be a stepladder.
Or whatever it is, and they always like, that happens in every game. It's so good. And actually, in the you can see it in the image I posted on Twitter. I took one of the anniversary art pictures they made, and you can see, maybe not very clearly in the one I posted because I drew on it, but they have a stepladder. There's a stepladder on it. Like Larry and Gumshoe are like on it. They're like leaning on it, and it's like, oh, I love it. And you can see the like judge's face like through like one of the pegs or Larry's arm. It was something like that. It was funny. Anyway. I don't want to get too distracted, but yet here I am, being distracted. Okay, did we find everything? Did we click on all the strange oddities here? Mayhaps? Looks like we did. Okay, anything new to present?
Look, I'm just your everyday simple detective. Don't ask me such tough questions, okay? I know you just showed me the autopsy report, and that should be something I know. But don't ask me such questions. It's not something to be proud of, detective. This sword represents the multiple branches that life can take, all ending as one. I've never heard that one. You know what I think about sometimes? What kind of life would I have if I hadn't joined a homicide division? So you think about that kind of thing too, huh? Well, of course I do. I think about it a lot. Me as a traffic cop, me as a detention officer, me as the Blue Badger. I guess he doesn't have any plans to leave the force.
Him as a mascot would be perfect. He deserves that.
Oh, so I think I might have already told you about this, but the truth is, when I was a kid, you wanted to become a wizard, right? Hey, that's amazing! How did you know? So, what do you think? I'd make a really great one, don't you think?
We just had this conversation a little while ago, detective. Nothing new, nothing new. Okay. Okay. Maybe now we need to go show this to Iris. What were we wanting to show her again? Probably all of it. Nope, okay. So about this here, immaterial girl, okay. What about the Shishido? Nope, nothing about that either. Oh, we already showed her that note. There's no different profiles. Oh, okay. Maybe I guess I didn't need to show her anything. Still nothing. Hang on. Let me just take a quick little check. What? I'm clearly missing something. Oh, yes. Okay. That's right. I can talk to Iris now. I should be able to anyway. There we go. Yeah, we didn't break her psycho lux.
Mr. Edgeworth.
I came back because I need to ask you a few more questions, if you don't mind.
But I've already told you everything that I...
Iris, please remember, I'm on your side. You can tell me anything.
Yes, thank you.
And hello, Fudge Mellow. Welcome. I would say long time no see, but I saw you yesterday. But still welcome, and I hope that you are doing well. How is your day progressing? Let's see. And you came at a great time.
Take that!
We're going to talk to Iris. See if we can open her, as Edgeworth calls them, psycholux.
Since I have been handed this case, it is my duty to dig up all the answers. Understand?
Yes, sir.
The smallest flame can sometimes bathe the case in a whole new light. In my years in court, I've seen it happen over and over again. That's why I'm committed to searching until I have those answers. Now then, is it really true that you didn't go to the inner temple last night?
Right, Fudge? She does look very familiar, doesn't she? It's definitely one of the big mysteries about this case. Because Edgeworth and Phoenix have both mentioned she looks very familiar. But Edgeworth found that she wasn't lying when she said that, he doesn't know her. Something to that effect. It was one of those.
Yes, I swear. I already told you.
Oh, I already told you that.
Yes, you said you didn't go because you were frightened.
That's right.
If that's the case, then the obvious question is, what were you so afraid of? Iris, I wonder, is this what frightened you so much that you couldn't even leave your own room?
Oh, that's right. It was right there.
Take that!
Boom! Note to Iris. I found this in the main hall. It is addressed to you.
That's...
Well, Iris?
Why are you glaring at me like that?
You were scared of the blackmailer who wrote this to you. Isn't that correct? Was it the evidence or the power of my glare that broke that lock? Oh well, I don't suppose it matters either way.
But, Mr. Edgeworth,
Yes?
I thought that letter was just someone playing a prank on me.
A prank?
Oh, yes. After all, even if I did have a secret, there's no one to tell it to that would cause me any grief.
I wonder about that. Sister Bikini is like a mother.
Sister Bikini is like a mother to me. I would never hide anything from her.
No, you may not have anything to hide under normal circumstances. However, last night was different. Unfortunately, I don't know the exact nature of your secret yet. However, whatever it is, there is one person you didn't want your secret told to.
I mean, I would assume we were just talking her, but it could also be Phoenix. I'm gonna go for the Phoenix. There we go.
Phoenix Wright. Oh, Phoenix Wright. You mean something to Wright, it seems, and I can tell he holds a special place in your heart as well. That's why you didn't want him, of all people, to know your deep, dark secret. Well, what do you have to say?
I should have expected as much, especially from a friend of his.
And Sister Bikini wheezing. Yeah, Sister Bikini is great. I love her name.
After dinner, this letter was waiting for me in my room. As I said, I was frightened by it.
What is this heavenly hall the letter mentions?
It's a small mountain shack at the base of Dusky Bridge. Hopefully, mentioning this will allow you to go, because I don't know if you've been able to go yet, and Grezy, I think, is probably assuming that we should have already been able to go now, so hopefully this will be the moment where we can finally go to that darn shack. Anyway,
A small shack, huh?
It's more like a broken town shack that no one would ever want to go near.
Where is it on this map?
It's around here. To get there, you must follow a small path down from Dusky Bridge. The reality is, to get to the inner temple, I had no choice but to cross that bridge. But the thought that such a terrible criminal could be lurking at Heavenly Hall. I was so scared by the whole affair that I didn't even want to think about it.
So this is the secret that you locked away in your heart.
Yes,
It looks as though I may have to visit this Heavenly Hall now.
And then he can, wait a second, I'm feeling like there was a fourth wall break there. Mayhaps there was.
Maybe I'll find some sign of our mystery blackmailer.
I wonder who that blackmailer could be. Surely someone who is not known for making situations awkward or odd, just as a norm. Wonder.
In any case, you still claim to have never left your room last night.
yes, that's exactly right.
The trial starts tomorrow. I promise you, I will win. I'm going to win that still you and Phoenix can see each other again. But when I do, you must promise me that you will tell him your secret.
But it's pointless,
Why would you say that?
because I may know who Phoenix Wright is, but he has no idea who I am.
I just finished speaking with the head nun of Hasakura Temple. She testified very clearly as to what happened. She said she saw you stab Miss Elise Dunham with a sword. And one other thing. She said that when Maya Fey began her training at the Inner Temple, you were there as well.
What?
When I spoke with you last, you claimed that you never went to the Inner Temple. And yet, Sister Bikini says that she met with you at the Inner Temple that very night.
But I didn't go there. I didn't go to the Inner Temple last night. I'm sorry. I don't leave the temple grounds very often, so I don't know very much about the outside world. I'm sorry. Again. Is that the murder weapon?
Yes, it is. Have you ever seen it before?
Yes. Miss Tagami was holding it in the courtyard.
And apparently the head nun witnessed the whole sad affair. She saw you stabbing Miss Elise Dunham with this very sword last night.
Nope.
This letter, it appears to have been addressed to you.
I think it's someone's idea of a joke, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I threw it away.
Okay. So we already talked about that. Nothing about the weather. Photo of Elise.
That's Mystic Elise Dunham. She's a picture book author, or so I've heard.
Does she come to Hazakura Temple often?
No, this was her first time. It's just that she was a very important visitor.
Is that so?
Yes, Sister Bikini told me. Be certain not to offend her.
The victim, Miss Elise Dunham. The prosecutor's office still doesn't have much information about her, it seems.
I was against the idea of our temple appearing in that magazine. I was afraid that this type of tragedy might occur.
In that case, why did you allow them to run an article about you?
It was Sister Bikini. She's actually rather fond of attention, surprisingly so.
She certainly does look rather happy in this photo.
That's called a demon warding hood. I gave that to Mr. Wright last night.
He was wearing this when I saw him at the hospital today.
It's an important item for protecting acolytes from evil spirits.
If it's so important, then why did you give it to him?
Last night, I felt something. I felt that something terrible was about to happen. I didn't want Mr. Wright to fall into its grip.
No, he wound up falling into something much deeper and colder. I probably shouldn't say that out loud, though. Thank God for inner monologue.
And fudge all the way through to the other side, right? Oops. There we go.
Who is the woman on this hanging scroll?
Well, I don't know the details, but I've heard she's the master of the Korean channeling technique.
Master?
Yes, Mystic Misty. She was a great spirit medium. That's what I've heard. I've also heard that she went missing over 15 years ago.
Spirit mediums. There's no such thing anyway.
Mr. Edgeworth?
I know all about them. They're nothing but frauds. She doesn't know anything about it, of course. But there was a time, 17 years ago, when I met the master myself.
That's right. Poor Edgy. I'm sorry. I don't leave the temple grounds often. You would know about a Magatama, though. You would know that one. Okay, we've talked to her about everything. I think that's all we needed to do with her. Okay, so now we can go to Heavenly Hall. Let us go.
Finally!
I've been waiting for this. Aww. Loris, look at all his beautiful drawings.
Whoa, not much of a view down here, huh? It's still better than the view from my apartment, though. Someone's here. Hide yourself, detective. Why does this always happen? Whenever I find a girl I like, they always run away. I even chased one of them to Japan. Next thing it's going to be prison, I guess. I'll steal a detective's wallet. That'll get me locked up for sure. Nah, I can't do that. To someone who looks like he's down on his luck.
Well, at least Larry's nice about it. Right, and then she's also wearing a Magatama too. You would think that she would know. But, I mean, hey, the game is like, hey, you don't need to show her the Magatama. Go off and do other things. And then, hello, Bazane. Welcome to the stream. How are you today? We're having a good old time with the birthday marathon. And my big break will be starting in about a half an hour. So I won't be leaving it on a Be Right Back screen. We thought about doing that. I even wanted to record something, but Ergo was like, no, it's better to just not leave the computer on. So we're going to go ahead and return when we're done with dinner. And I'll just kind of do the part 2 of the stream. So no stress there. And then, Fudge, I really can't get over the detective's name being Gumshoe. He's second Moon. I mentioned that before. Yes, he is. He's literally Moon. It's great. I love the name so much. Oh my goodness. But yes, so here. Let's see if we can at least start the trial before I have to take my break and do dinner. Let's see if we can at least get that far.
He's just talking to himself. Shh, be quiet and listen. I knew it. I shouldn't have done that. I blew it again. Done that. What did he do, I wonder? Hey, you! I bet what you just said. I got an objection! What the? Edgy, you dirty rat! Come shoot you oaf! I'm sorry, sir. Before I knew it, I was shouting out objection. And in a loud, commanding voice, too. I even pointed with my pointer finger. You've watched too many trials. I'm sorry. Okay, Larry, the jig is up. What have you got to say for yourself?
Is he gonna talk to us? No. I wonder if I can speed things along.
It might look like it, but I'm not an artist. I refuse to look at anything that isn't beautiful.
Oh, alright, so I guess I do have to just start off with talking to you, huh?
What is this little shack anyway? Well, I just discovered it myself yesterday. And why were you down here in the first place? Oh, come on, I'm an artist. I was looking for a good place to sketch. This is a great little place. It's artistic. It's quiet, it's cold, it's got no power, and it looks like it's about to collapse. Sounds a lot like my apartment, dear pal. One thing for sure, no one is likely to show up and disturb you here. So, can I get you something to drink? Some hot water, maybe? He's getting all buddy-buddy on us, sir. Listen to me, Edgy. You've got to do this. You've got to save Iris. Why are you so sure she's innocent? Because she's cute? Watch your mouth! Anyway, I've made up my mind about it. I'm gonna marry that girl. Mr. Edgeworth is pretending he didn't hear you, so I'm gonna ask for him. Have you already asked this girl to marry you? No, not yet, but I can tell how she feels by the look in her eyes. She's got this, I really want this man to carry me over the threshold look. I'm sure Nick would be surprised. He'd never imagine that I could marry such a beautiful girl like that. Something tells me he would be shocked indeed. That's why I didn't want her to do anything dangerous. I mean, what am I gonna do if she gets hurt? What is this guy trying to say? He lost me about a mile back. If we really want to know the answer to that, we're going to have to drag him onto the witness stand. Come to think of it, You still haven't answered my question. Where were you and what were you doing last night?
Aw, man, don't you have anything else to talk about? What was that kind of attitude? You never be a ladies' man like me. Okay, chill out with those scary eyes, I get it. If you really want to know, last night, I saw something incredible.
Something incredible.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna talk to you about it. No.
Oh, why hasn't he realized?
Okay. Do. Okie dokie. So, we know what we must do.
Take that!
The night of the crime. All right. Now you're going to tell me what you really saw last night.
Well, you're really upset, aren't you, Edgy? Okay, I'll talk. Oh, that was a bit too easy. Yeah, anyway, it was awesome. Never seen anything like it. Around 10 o'clock last night, it started thundering. I've been sleeping, I'm not sure for how long. Suddenly, zing! The world in front of me went white. Like I'd just been slapped in the face by my old girlfriend, Naomi. And then it was on fire! The bridge was on fire!
Dusky Bridge caught on fire. Are you saying you saw it with your own eyes?
Hey, why are you giving me the evil eye? I'm telling you the truth!
There are still 3 cycle locks. By the way, Larry, where were you when you saw that happen?
Where you say? Oh, what do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? Just answer the question.
I was in my own room, by the main hall. Where else would I be?
As usual, you're as transparent as an empty jelly jar. The problem, I suspect, lies here.
There? Oh, what do you mean there?
It's impossible to receive the lightning strike from Dusky Bridge from your room.
Where's our map? There we go. We need our map. Okay, so he was in the main hall at Hazakura Temple. There are mountains. He couldn't have seen it.
Take that!
This is a map of the area. Take a look around the vicinity of Hazakura Temple.
What am I looking for?
I think that should be fairly obvious. The main hall is surrounded by trees, and it's impossible to see the bridge from here.
Oh, yeah. Trees too.
Why didn't you tell me that before?
Well, how about it?
How about what?
Do you feel like talking now?
Foiled again by tectonics. Nice, Ekin.
About what?
It looks like it won't be that easy after all. You leave me no choice. I'll have to move on to the next step. You weren't in your room at the temple, so then where were you?
You don't know I wasn't in my room.
So where was Larry, and why was he there? If I've read the situation up to this point correctly, the answer is fairly obvious. Very well then, let's test my theory.
Beep, 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 beep.
Take that!
The place you saw the lightning strike was from Naturally Heaven Hall.
Why do I have to be hanging out in this old shack? It's freezing cold, there's no electricity, and I could fall apart at any minute.
Larry, how do you know that anyway? How do you know that there's no electricity? After all, it's not that dark yet. In other words, you have just provided evidence to prove my theory. My Larry theory! My theory that you've at least once in your life visited Heavenly Hall after sunset.
I have to admit I'm impressed, Edgy. You're in a totally different league than Nick.
That's nice. Now tell me, what were you doing at this cold little shack last night?
That's what you might call a fair decor.
I think you mean a fair decor.
I'm sure I mispronounced all of that. And fudge, you hate to see it.
Could it be you were waiting for someone?
Oh no, you really are one scary guy, you know.
I believe that last night you were waiting for this person to come meet you.
Oh, I gotta present. There she is.
Take that!
There's only one person you'd wait for in a horrible place like this, Larry.
I told you before, don't call me Larry.
As much as I, love to tease Larry and all, I will say, to Larry's defense here, with the name thing, he's asked numerous times for people to call him Larice. It's not that hard, Larry is annoying, but if he really wants to be called Larice, just saying, not that hard.
The person you were waiting for was Iris.
Oh, suddenly I feel cold all over, Edgy.
No doubt because of my chilly glare.
So you think I got the hots for Sister Iris, huh? Do you think you have some kind of evidence? You got something that proves I was waiting for her? Were you just guessing? This is where I draw the line and end this ridiculous little game.
Take that!
Here's your evidence. You called her to this spot with a pathetic blackmailed letter. Hey, give that back! You're embarrassing me! What are you doing with that anyway? That's not important. I misjudged you, Larry. What do you mean? Taking advantage of a woman's frailty like that. You should be ashamed of yourself. Oh! First of all, what's at the top of this letter? It says salutation here. Well, that's what in the book, letter writing for dummies. You're not supposed to actually write that. That's where you're supposed to write, Dear Iris. I'm so sorry.
Wow, Larry. Wow.
So you were in Heavenly Hall last night, weren't you, Larry? And you saw the lightning hit Dusky Bridge, didn't you? Sorry, Edgy.
Sorry doesn't cut it, you scumbag. Threaten a young lady like that.
Wait, hold up.
What now, pal?
What are you talking about? What threatening stuff?
I'll tell you what, you tried to scare Iris by threatening to expose her secret, pal.
What do you mean threaten? What did I threaten her?
Unless you want your secret to be exposed? That sure sounds like a threat to me, pal. Blackmail, in fact.
Give me a break, it's a love letter. Haven't you ever been in love? What did you just say? My love for her burned so hotly, it could melt all the snow on this mountain.
Oh, then what is this secret you mentioned?
Come on, Edgy, don't you get it? I'm talking about the secret love between her and me. Obviously, she wouldn't want old Lady Bikini to know about it, right? About our hot and sour, bittersweet love affair.
All right then, why did you send a love letter in a business-type manila envelope?
Give me a break, it's not my fault I didn't have any envelopes, yeesh.
Then why are you so quick to apologize?
It's cause Edgy gave me that scary look of his. What's wrong, Edgy? Why are you so quiet all of a sudden?
That's it? That's what all those huge locks were about? I don't understand why you were so defensive.
Well, I don't know either. I guess the thing is, you shouldn't expect too much from a guy like me. Yay, come on, don't let it get you down.
But, Mr. Edward, this guy is still hiding something, I know it. What do you mean, detective? Don't forget what this guy said just a minute ago.
If you really want to know, last night, I saw something incredible.
He's right. Larry.
You're looking at me like a hungry dog that just found a bone.
What was this something incredible you saw last night? You're going to tell me, Larry, one way or another.
I already told you, didn't I? I saw lightning strike Dusky Bridge.
Yes, and I believe it was the incredible sight you saw. But now that I think about it, something doesn't quite ring true.
What doesn't?
If that's all there is to your story, your heart wouldn't have had all those locks. Therefore, Larry, I do believe you saw something else last night. Something more incredible than lightning.
What? Where? When? What? How? Yeah, what do you think you're doing?
Well, what do you think you're doing?
Wow, I totally did not gumshoe my voice right.
If you hide anything from Mr. Edgeworth, I'll arrest you on the spot, pal.
Oh my god.
No! What's wrong? Does this mean I have to do it all over again?
What are you glaring at me like I'm gonna be hit by a bolt of lightning?
Just about had it with this Harlequin. If I really want to drag the truth out of him, I'll just have to drag him to the witness stand.
Yes, we're saving. Okay. And just to let everybody know what we're going to do. Here. I know it's saved, but just in case. We're going to start the trial. And then around, maybe not exactly at 5 on the dot, but basically at around 5, you know, where we have a good, like, little place, we'll go ahead and stop the stream temporarily. And then when I come back from getting my dinner, I will return. And we will play for as long as I'm able. I want to finish it. I want to marathon it all the way through. But we might have to break it up. So we will find out. We'll see how long it takes. I'm planning on doing a little convenience store run when we come back from dinner and get a couple of snacks to maybe help keep me energized and awake. So that might help. That might do it. But yes, let's go ahead and start.
Oh my, Sir Maurice looks feels that way about me?
Apparently, he isn't aware of your real secret at all. This is no time to be embarrassed.
I'm sorry. I'm just hardly accustomed to that sort of thing.
Worry not, and in any case, whatever it was that he stole on the night of the incident, mark my words, I will drag it out of him.
Does that mean Mr. Laurice is the witness today?
No, I believe that none would be the first to take the stand.
Sister Bikini.
She claims to have seen the very instant in which you carried out the crime. I just want to ask you one more time. It really wasn't you who killed Miss Elise Dunham, correct?
That is correct. It wasn't me.
Very well then.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes.
You are a prosecutor, aren't you? Are you sure about this? If your true identity is revealed.
Don't worry. I've made the necessary arrangements.
I see.
As Iris, it is a prosecutor's job to doubt people. But right now, I am a defense attorney. A defense attorney's job is to believe in people, and to believe until the bitter end. That's what my friend told me once.
Mr. Edgeworth?
I simply ask that you watch and decide for yourself whether or not I am fit to do the task I have been entrusted.
Very well, sir. I leave my defense in your capable hands.
It's trial time, baby!
Hey, it's him! It's our Canadian judge whose accent I really had trouble with doing yesterday because I do not have a Canadian accent. Like, I think I just have to go like a boot and a. That's really, like, I don't really have one. So, oh well. We'll do our best again. Yet again.
Court is now in session for the trial of Sister Iris of Hazakura Temple. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The defense does indeed appear to be ready. However, the same cannot be said for the prosecution in this case. Indeed. I'm not sure I like such blatant waste of this court's time. An empty prosecutor's chair can only mean that the prosecutor has no confidence in their ability to prove their case. It would seem that this case is already over before it had a chance to begin. I am ready to announce my verdict at this time.
That would have been so easy. The shortest Ace Attorney case of all time. Here she is. Franny's back. The prosecution stands ready.
And you are?
Francesca von Karma, prosecuting prodigy.
Von Karma, you say? Perchance you wouldn't be of any relation to the legendary prosecutor Manfred von Karma.
Legends are a thing of the past. I am a von Karma, that is all. Upon a special request, I flew in today for the purpose of prosecuting this case.
You did? Then you must be quite a pig shot, eh? By the way, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. I'm almost certain that I've seen you somewhere before. Or am I just imagining things? You look very much like a prosecutor I must once met. I believe you are imagining things, Your Honor. Miss von Karma, do you have anything to say?
There is no such weakling as this man among those in the prosecutor's office.
There isn't, but I'm sure that...
I told you, there is no such weakling.
Whip, I'm not sure I care for much about this in my courtroom. Bailiff, remove that whip
I have no objection to the whip.
You don't?
The prosecution can wield a whip or drink 17 cups of coffee. But there is still only one truth. That is what I stand here to prove today. Edgy, it's funny that you say that because you don't even know Godot. This promises to be interesting, Miles Edgeworth. I had expected to face Phoenix Wright here today, but looking at you now, maybe this is what I have been waiting for all this time. Miles Edgeworth, I will not allow this chance to crush your slip through my fingers.
I see you brought your flair for the histrionic. Allow me to add to things I'm not sure about. People acting bizarrely in my court.
The stage is set. Now continue with the proceedings, Your Honor.
Very well. Miss von Karma, please give an outline of this case with as little whipping as possible.
The murder victim is the famed picture book author, Miss Elise Dunham. Her body was found in the Hazakura Temple courtyard. She had been stabbed through the torso by a ceremonial sword from a golden statue.
The sword in this picture is the weapon in question, correct? Very well. The court accepts this photo of the crime scene.
There is no mistake. This was the doing of Sister Iris. After all, there is a witness to hear her crime, or a witness to her crime.
Very well. Please bring this witness to the stand. And so it begins, my first and last trial as a defense attorney.
Yeah. I love it. Witness, state your name and occupation, please.
Hold on there, I'm not sure about being not sure if I care for this at all. Witness, please stand up nice and straight.
Right? Yo, blue hair lady do be the striking. Yep, she do be striking indeed. That is her thing. If I recall correctly, there are a few milk cartons in the defendant's lobby for our back pain-plagued witness. I believe we had to use the same thing for Cody Hackins in the Steel Samurai case.
Bailiff, fetch a crate for the poor old lady, please.
Once again, your name and occupation, please.
Little old me? Well, I'm the head nun of Hazakura Temple on Eagle Mountain. My name is Bikini, you got it? Bikini! Nice to meet everyone.
But you don't appear to be wearing a bikini. Oh!
The courtroom is the garden of holy judgment. Those with lechery in their hearts should leave this sanctuary at once.
You want me to leave?
No need to get your bikinis in a twist, let me tell you. I'm a sight to behold in summer.
In any case, witness, I hear that you saw the crime take place on the night in question.
That's correct. I can still hardly believe it myself, to be honest. There's no way dear little Iris could do such a thing.
Let us hear what you have to say then. First, tell us about your own movements that night, eh?
That night, I was helping an acolyte with her training in the inner temple. But, well, as you can see, my back likes to act up violently. So I left Iris to help the acolyte and returned to the Hazakura Temple. There's no bath in the inner temple, you see, and I needed a long, hot soak. It was after I had finished, just as I was heading back. That's when I saw it.
It was a simple coincidence that you found yourself returning to Hazakura Temple.
Yes, you could say that. If my back hadn't been in so much pain, I would have stayed at the inner temple.
That sounds like a pretty important statement. There is only one problem with this testimony that I can see. And you're not about to fall at the first hurdle, now are you, Miles Edgeworth?
Mr. Edgeworth, please begin your cross-examination.
All right. Helping with the acolyte, eh?
What is this inner temple?
Well, see, conversing with the spirits is what we train people to do, right?
Well, I'll be the ones asking the questions, madam.
In order to do that, a place strong in spiritual power is required. There's a small temple across Dusky Bridge called the Inner Temple. Acolytes must spend an entire night there to undergo intense training.
And how exactly do you help with this process?
It is quite exacting. It can't be performed without a nun supervising.
Like a tutor watching to make sure a spoiled child studies.
A tutor with a whip in your case. If that is the case, then why did you return to Hazakura Temple where the murder took place?
Hold it!
Violently?
That's right. It's no laughing matter, especially in winter. I can't hold anything heavier than a knife and a fork during the cold months. Just being alive is like strength training.
And Von Karma is intense, and I really love her design. Yeah, Francesca's design is really cool. I like her outfit. I like the whole design with the whip and everything. She is definitely a very interesting character. Absolutely. And Fudge, you were saying that you hadn't played the games before, right? If you ever do, just know that she's definitely present in the second game. All right.
On the night of the murder, was this fabulous back of yours hurting again?
That's right. Raging like a bull in a pig pen. I almost fainted once or twice. I just knew that unless I warmed it up, it was going to finally finish me off.
You left Iris to help with what? What do you think? The Acolyte's training, of course. It was just past 10, so we were starting to enter into training exercises proper. Wasn't it your place to remain with the disciple? Well, the job is simply to watch over the Acolyte so that they don't pass away. Just to confirm this point again, that night, you met Iris in the inner temple, correct? Yes. She's a gentle, honest girl. She's never once failed to follow my directions.
I think already I know what we need to do, because we already know that she didn't go. So that is a contradiction right there.
There's no bath.
Oh yeah, there's no bath. Okay.
So you returned to the Hazakura temple in order to take a bath. My back is to blame for everything. It's a do or be done in kind of world, after all. How long were you in the bath for, if you don't mind me asking? My, what a filthy little rogue you are. I know what's on your mind. I bet your next question is going to be, where exactly did you wash? Oh, this is what you have to watch with the young ones. What are you going on about? I was...
Pathetic Miles Edgeworth.
The lowest of the low. Is this some sort of kick-me sign stuck to the defense's bench? Anyway, I couldn't afford to be away from my post for too long, you understand, so... The crime took place in the courtyard, correct? When you go from my room to the main hall, you have to take a winding hallway from which you can see the courtyard. That's right. In other words, it was purely coincidence that the witness saw the crime taking place before her eyes. There was no complicated setup in this case. It certainly seems to be true. There is indeed only one problem with this testimony. If I can clearly point out what it is, then I can begin to quantify just how good this witness's memory and observation skills are.
Okay. We're saving. Okay. So, the night I was helping the Acolyte with her training, you can see, so I left Iris. Okay. Okay, yeah. So I feel like, hang on, let's look at the court record again. Here's her Iris's testimony. Yes, there you go. You didn't see her.
Witnesses have to undergo their own trials, I'm afraid. The defendant's fate rests on the powers of observation and memory, after all. Well, don't worry. I'm more than up to the task. I'm a woman of faith, after all, the head honcho of the Hazakura Temple. In that case, Ms. Honcho, I'd like you to explain something for me. The discrepancy between your testimony and that of the defendant, Iris. She claims that after ringing the lights out bell, she went back and stayed in her room. Which means she did not go to the inner temple at all. No, she said that?
A defendant or a witness? Who is more likely to lie, do you suppose? The defendant is simply lying to cover her back.
But this is completely illogical. The murder was committed in the courtyard of Hazakura Temple. Claiming that she went to the inner temple would make for a much better alibi.
But that is odd. Whatever the reason, I can't believe that she would lie.
She does indeed have an honest eyes.
All people lie. That is my belief.
Why am I the only one here being whipped? Anyway, neither the witness nor the defendant have any reason to lie, which means we must call your memory into question.
Dear. You're older than me and you want to play that game, do you?
Well, it isn't exactly what
My memory is perfect, crystal clear, especially in winter.
Then I suppose it's too early to end this cross-examination, eh? Mr. Edgeworth, if you're going to question the memory of this witness, you will need to show me a more decisive piece of evidence. Understood, Your Honor. I was naive to think that alone would do the trick. Then please add your comments about Iris to your testimony, eh? And let us return to the cross-examination.
Oh, hang on. I need to do one thing. I need to move my balloons just a smidgy, because they keep me from seeing the arrows. little something like that. Oh, hang on. Click, click, click. There we go. Something like that. Okay, there we go. For now. That night. Okay. So we're doing that. Iris came to the inner temple. Iris came to the inner temple. She was dressed exactly as she had been at dinner.
Are you sure that you're not making a mistake?
You young man need to get your estimation of me up for the floor. Iris always wears the same clothes. The smallest thing out of the place would have stood out like a sore thumb to me. You're making a mistake, thinking I made a mistake.
An excellent finish there, witness. Still, I have to wonder.
Oh, we already know. We already know what it is. She gave a certain bit of her uniform to a Mr. Wright. So that is not true. Even Grezy does not need the walkthrough for that.
Witness, let me get one thing straight. The defendant whom you claim to have met. She was wearing this demon-warding hood, correct?
Of course! That is a very important piece of clothing, I'll have you know. Wait a minute. Hold it right there. Why do you have that?
That is the question of the day now, isn't it, Miss Von Karma? I'll have you know that this hood was given to someone as a gift that night, before the lights out bell was rung.
What?
You know where I'm going with this, don't you? If the witness had seen the defendant as she claims, then the Irish she saw would have been missing this very hood.
Well.
It's not a bad feeling at all, exposing contradictions like this. Now I understand that happy look on Wright's face every time he does it.
Order in the court, witness! Whoa! Sister, this hood. You have spare ones around the temple, don't you? Spare ones? Well, I do tend to make too many of them.
I see. Stockpile, a surplus of hoods, eh?
Each nun is only given one hood. This should be the only hood that Iris owned.
Then it's quite strange.
Whoa! If there was a surplus of hoods, then she could have worn one of those. There is no contradiction here.
I'm sorry to break this to you, Miss Von Karma, but you won't get away that easily. Discrepancies such as this will sow seeds in any human heart. The seeds of doubt.
Witness,
while I do not wish to call your testimony into doubt, you must give every detail with precision.
I'm not sure I'm comfortable going along with this. Sister, you shall continue with your testimony. Tell us what you saw after finishing your bath on your way back to the inner temple.
Those seeds of doubt are sprouting in the judge's heart. They just need a little more stimulation to bear fruit. Contradictory stimulation.
We'll see if we can finish with her as our witness before I go to dinner. Because I know it's 5. So we'll go ahead and see if we can finish with her. Because I don't think she's got too much. Depending. We'll see. We'll see how we can do it. The latest I'll probably do would be like 5:15.
I finished my bath around 11, and I thought I should return to the inner temple. And as I was walking back, I heard a noise from the courtyard. I took a look, and Iris was, Mystic Elise! And with the sword of all things, Mystic Elise was staying in the corner room, which faces out of the courtyard. The stabbing I saw must have occurred after she was pushed out of her window.
You saw a truly terrible sight, didn't you? If I was in your place, it would have been much like Miss Von Karma whipping Miss Redworth into court, and me seeing it all from this very chair. Well, something like that. This judge, his imagination is about as vivid and creative as Detective Gumshoe.
I would look the fool if I commented on such foolishness. Anyway, this case is mine, Miles Edgeworth.
Calling everyone by their full name. Can't you do something about that habit of yours?
Hold it!
How far is it from your room to the inner temple?
Let me think a moment. About 20 minutes on these stumps of mine. It's about 15 minutes to Dusky Bridge from Hazakor Temple. The inner temple is just beyond the bridge.
Still, I don't know what that was. Still, you never made it back there that night, did you?
That's right.
I was heading along the walkway toward the main hall.
Hold it!
You said you heard a noise. Thump, just like that. That could only have been the sound of the victim falling. It's very quiet in the temple, you know. You could even hear the snow falling on the branches. Thump, just like that. But then, couldn't this noise you have heard been the snow falling to the ground? I never thought of that.
It is a birthday balloon. Hello, Tirith. Hello. Welcome, welcome. I'm about to take my first break soon, but it's good to see you. How are you doing? I hope that you're doing well. I was really happy, speaking of the balloons, I was really happy to find purple and pink ones, or purple and blue ones. So I was like, yay, it's so fitting. Let's see. The next one to laugh gets a whipping.
Well, whatever the source of the sound, I looked over the courtyard and...
Hold it!
This is the second time the witness has testified to seeing the defendant. But some doubt remains to these claims.
Hey, just what does that mean?
Just because you're a good-looking young man doesn't give you the right to... The murderer who stabbed the victim with the sword, Sister Bikini, try to recall exactly who it was you saw, as clearly as you can.
Well, you're a handsome young man, so I'll forgive you.
Oh, now that you mention it, there was something awfully strange about her. Something that has been bugging about me this whole time.
And you said you're good, and you haven't been to his Derby stream in a while? No worries, I haven't also been to a Tirith stream in a while, and I need to rectify that soon. One of these days, I need to pop in on one of yours. So I appreciate you popping in on one of mine. You're working on a drawing? Oh, that's awesome. What are you drawing, if I can ask?
Please don't keep us in suspense. Her hood! Her hood? That's right! It's coming back to me! Iris, she wasn't wearing her hood! I thought something was out of place, but it all makes sense now, doesn't it? After all, she'd given that hood away to someone, right?
Ha! You dug your own grave, Miles Edgeworth. Ooh, it's a secret for a friend model review. Oh, that's awesome. Well, I'm sure that friend will be very grateful, and zip, no stress, secret is safe with me. You got this. They're gonna love it. I mean, always in these things, it's always important. It's important.
This may initially appear to put me at a disadvantage, but I can't see any leads at this moment. Your Honor, I would like these new statements to be added to the testimony.
You're sure they will since they paid for it? Yeah, that is true. This is very true. But just in general, your art is gorgeous and beautiful. Mwah, mwah. So whether you do a little thing for free or somebody pays for it, they love it because it's awesome. Miles Edgeworth, if you want to hang yourself, you need only to ask. I'll gladly lend you my whip.
Witness, add that statement to your testimony.
No problem.
Hold it!
You are sure about that?
Yes, after all, we always wear the same clothes. Oh, I don't mean that because we're poor, you understand. It's our style. That's it.
There's absolutely no need to explain yourself.
Anyway, she looked different from normal, so that's what really stuck out. Like me holding a whippet. A whippet puppy instead of my whip. Oh, whippet. Oh, a whippet puppy. Oh, okay, it's a type of dog. Okay.
At least then it might bite you and not someone else.
Iris didn't have her hood on, I'm sure of it.
Very well. Now please tell us about the victim, eh?
Hold it!
The room the victim was staying in overlooked the courthouse, correct? Courtyard. Which means the victim's room was on the second floor?
No, Hazakor's temple is a single-story building, but the mountain itself slopes downward, which elevates the main gate sides of the temple and the guest room in the back to about the height of a two-story building.
I see. And the victim was staying in one of those elevated rooms, correct?
Yes, I should know. I'm the one who carried her things to her room after all.
Hold it!
What makes you so sure of all of this?
It's just like I told you earlier. I heard a noise from the courtyard, okay? Thump, just like that. You're one smart sister, I'll give you that. The autopsy report states that the victim's body was covered in bruises, indicating a fall from about 10 feet in height.
It appears that the witness was not mistaken then.
Yep. I'm more than just a pretty face, especially in winter. I'm a woman of faith, after all, the head honcho of the Hazakura Temple.
There are only 2 of them working there.
What's wrong, Miles Edgeworth? No snappy comeback remark?
It doesn't feel like she is lying. This is very powerful testimony too. She claims to have seen the instant in which the defendant stabbed the victim. There are only 2 things I can believe in right now. My client, Iris, and my own ability as a defense attorney.
Okay, save. All right. So I finished my bath around 11. Thought I should return to the temple. As I was walking back, I heard a noise. And it was Iris, the sword of all things. She didn't have her hood. Mr. Khalees was staying in the corner room, which faces out onto the courtyard. Here, I wonder, does that mean, do we need to bring out the map? You know how I am with these maps, I get so easily confused. Okay. Yeah, the courtyard is not exactly mentioned up there. I'm assuming it's like here somewhere. As I point to the screen and you guys can't see. But yeah. Okay, so the courtyard, the stabbing I saw must have occurred after she was pushed out of her window. Oh wait, you saw the courtyard? Or are you talking about how I was like, oh, my finger? Where you pointed? I know. I should have not expected anything less from you, Tirith. Wondering if that has anything to do with it. And the hood received before the lights out bell the night of the crime. Okay, and that does track because yeah, it was 11. She said supposedly. Oh, hang on, wait. Time, because we do have a weather thing. Hang on, let me look at that weather thing again. Okay, snow with occasional lightning strikes. Snow 7 to approximately, or 10:50 p.m. Lightning 10 to 11. Lightning struck Dusky Bridge at 10:45. Around 30 minutes passed before the fire started going out. Okay, well, that doesn't help me like I thought it would. Okay. As I was walking back, I heard a noise. Look, it's Iris. I wonder. It might be the weather data thing. I'm gonna try it. Oops, I'm making Edgeworth look bad. My bad. My bad. The sword of all things. Iris didn't have her hood on. We did have to specially add that in there. So I do think that that's probably the statement we need to focus on. But she didn't have her hood. Is there anything in here? Hang on. Because this case is so long, I am definitely going to jump to looking at the walkthrough right now as opposed to considering more options. Oh, okay, the autopsy report. Okay, I didn't check the statement, so we'll have to maybe clarify that in a bit, or I might be able to figure it out. But it mentioned the autopsy report. 10 to 11. Cause, loss of blood from stab in the back. Body fell 10 feet after death. I did look and it said the 5th statement is important. I guess I'm just curious as to why. Is it the updated autopsy report? And unfortunately, no, I don't have any pictures of the crime scene. Or well... Yeah, the only pictures we've got are the map of the temple and a photo of Elise. Oh yeah, we do. Oh, okay, I forgot. I forgot we did actually have a photo of that. But apparently, thank you, Tirith. But apparently, it has something to do with the autopsy report here. Miss Khalees was staying in the corner room, which faces out onto the courtyard. Okay, and it was saying autopsy report here.
Objection!
Wait, that's what it says. Wait a minute, did I get the wrong statement? Because yeah, the walkthrough says, present Elise autopsy report on the 5th statement. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I did. Or did I press the wrong thing by accident? Oh. Wait, no. No, it's the same one. Yeah, that's after my bath. Yeah, no, it is that one. Maybe I hit the wrong thing. Did I do the wrong one? Could have sworn I did this one. Because, yeah, the thing that the walkthrough is saying is that she died before being pushed out of the window.
Objection!
Well, this is loony. Now, let me make sure. Yeah, present Iris's hood. Yeah, that was the thing beforehand. That is so weird. Did I not? Maybe I didn't press something? Maybe it's a different thing that was added? Or maybe because I added the hood, maybe that's what it is. It's an extra statement, so I shouldn't count it, because maybe it's not important and you're not supposed to count it. Maybe that's why. So let me try that. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. Okay, that makes more sense too. Okay, that answers it. Because I was gonna say, I was like, it says 5th. There we go. All right.
Impressive logic. That's what I'd like to say anyway.
Oh, please do. My brain is something else. Especially in winter.
I was bamboozled. However, I think you're overlooking one thing. Miss Von Karma, would you be so kind as to take another look at the autopsy report?
See, my thing is I forget that not everything that you add in there is relevant, because I probably didn't even need to do it, because it does ask you, is this important? Usually it is, but I guess in that time it wasn't.
Miss Von Karma, would you be so kind as to take another look at the autopsy report? The autopsy report. The victim did fall from the height of 10 feet. However, this fall was after she was killed. That's right. It says right after death, or after death right here. Grezy forgot how to read, so she didn't miss that either.
I like her jiggle cheeks. Yes, me too. So me 3, Tira, Fudge, and me. I like her jiggle cheeks too. They're cute.
The scene the witness claims to have seen is contradictory. If the defendant stabbed and killed the victim there in the courtyard, how did the victim then go to take a 10-foot fall?
Well, isn't that bamboozling?
Order! The victim was killed and then fell. If that is the case, then the victim must have been killed in her room, don't you agree?
That is the logical conclusion. Yes, that's right. The victim must have been stabbed by the defendant in her own room, and she was then thrown out of her window down into the courtyard below.
Were there any signs of a struggle in Miss Dolan's room? She was stabbed with a sword that would have blood stains, wouldn't you agree? Well, Miss Von Karma, was there any blood? Whoa!
No traces of blood were found in the victim's room.
Your whippers just caused traces of blood to be found on my beard. However, there was no blood in the room, and you claim that— Oh!
I'm sure that there's no need for me to go over this, as I'm sure your honor is well aware of when a stab wound produces the most blood.
When it produces the most blood?
And right, yeah, the red herrings. Very little blood is actually lost at the moment of a blade's insertion. If you want to talk about when the most blood would be lost from a body, that would be when the blade is removed.
Indeed. When the weapon is still in place, it acts like a lid on the wound. That's true. With the weapon still in the body, there wouldn't be much bleeding. A perfectly reasonable line of thinking.
We have come to a conclusion then. The victim was thrown out of the window with the sword still in place. This removes all of the contradictions.
Order! I must admit that this is a probable version of events. I'd expect no less from Francesca Von Karma. She locates and takes control of every vital point. It seems that we need a clearer testimony from the witness. Remove all suspicion on your part and tell us all the facts, please. Witness, please, remain standing on the crate.
Aw, don't be mean to her.
The weight of the winter snow has bent me out of shape. Oh, poor thing. It's just my back and my mood.
Sister, please give us your testimony. I will give you a vigorous massage once we are finished here.
With the whip? Oh, boy. All right, all right.
It's just funny. So I did originally want to try to go through all of her stuff to try to get us a little further down, but I'm gonna go ahead and take my dinner break. So Ergo and I are going out for dinner, and when we are back, hopefully it will be a little bit before 8, but it might be around then. But around 8ish is when I should be coming back. It might be earlier than that. So yay! Now you're talking my language. Either is your language food related, Tirif, or is it whip related? You don't have to answer that. But as is tradition, we should look for a friend to raid. It is only fair. Since I have to stop right now, since I have to stop the stream, we should find a friend to raid. So let's do just that. And when we return, we will complete as much as we can. I want to finish it, but we'll complete as much as we can. So let's see. Ooh, Ray Helix is streaming. Oh, and so is my friend Nostromo. So Nostromo, he's a wonderful friend that I know, IRL. He's currently playing Fortnite. I know it's an interesting thing to kind of to put out with. But it's been a while since I've raided him, so let's raid my friend Nostromo. He's a very kind person. He's super funny. So I hope that you guys can at least give him a hearty hello at the very least. And like I said before, I'll see you guys in just a couple of hours, and we will continue, hopefully finish this all the way through, but we'll see where I end up. I don't want to be flat on the floor like poor Miss Elise Dunham. So that is what we will do. And I hope to see you guys later. But either way, thanks for coming for as long as you have been for right now. Mwah! You are wonderful. And let's all go say hi to Nostromo. Bye-bye, everybody.